Bottoms up, bitch.
Suck your butt, dude.
Here we got a chaser.
Everybody.
Yeah, I got my Coke right here, and I got my. Do you want to use mine? Are you out?
Oh, yeah.
I also got my energy drink.
Oh, GGG.
I already got a tickle back in my throat.
I know.
Happy
Water.
I know, dude. I
Oh.
know.
Dude, I'm just interested to hear, like, on my episode, how loud we get and what time we get loud.
Dude. We got so ridiculous.
It's just, like, it was nonstop loud for, like, an hour, I feel.
Oh my god, there was a lot of. It got intense, man.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the ADHD
Oh, yeah.
podcast,
It might have-
motherfucker.
It might have been our longest before we even acknowledged that we're recording a fucking
I
podcast.
know.
That was a full minute of us just like.
Cheers,
Yeah,
Josh.
man, that fucking
Hey.
last one.
Dink it.
And sink it.
Oh,
Almost
god.
threw up.
He has 90 proof.
Oh, God.
Well, we're.
That is dog shit.
Oh wow, talking shit on your
What?
favorite whiskey.
Oh, I
What?
fucking hate that.
Well, we're
do you
here.
Like, do you like whiskey?
I like Jim Beam.
I'm Khyler Vick here with my
So no.
co-host
Yeah.
Caden Casaus and very, very inspirational special guest,
The legend himself.
fucking Justin Edwards, aka JJ Allin, as most of you know him from the stunt crew P.O.R.
The stunt legend. The creator.
POR Stunts, dude.
The stunt Thanos himself.
I appreciate it. That's freaking high praise right there.
No, seriously, like I think nobody will ever be able to be in the homegrown scene or any like person that wants to try to recreate what we do. Like you're the number one like spot to look at to like be inspired or not even be inspired by. You know what you almost did to me is like made me like turn the other way. Just want to quit. Like either inspire or despire. I don't know what the opposite of inspire is, but like
we either scare people or motivate them.
yeah, like
in weird ways.
I think you did a little bit of both for me. I don't know about you, Damon. Oh yeah, I forgot we're
Yeah.
also here with Damon Reynolds.
Blazer himself.
First time I ever met Damon. It's pretty cool.
Dude, I know, it's actually super fucking
and
chill.
I've been like friends with you on Facebook for like 20 years.
And like we have this fucking little internet beef that everybody.
like not even
Dude, like people bring it up, like mainly Villa brings it up. I'm like, dude, it's not a thing, man.
Got the tea already, baby. Fuck yeah. Well, so what was the beef about? I mean, I kind of know, but like tell the people.
I mean,
Let's gossip, boys.
let's become the View and just be like,
Yeah, you could clear it right now because I don't even really know myself what the beef was about.
really?
No, what
well, you were okay. Well, I remember you. Okay, he said something about you, and then I remember you ran.
It wasn't personal about
all right,
JJ.
I'll let you
Let's
guys
get that
explain
straight.
it.
I think he just said that he didn't like my editing style, right?
I didn't like your first movie.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't the main thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, and also your editing style.
That first movie is not good, though, so.
Yeah, dude. I believe it was more about the editing style for, like, your,
dude, funny story.
TV show? Or the Stunt series?
I edited P.O.R. process with Windows Movie Maker.
Dude, that was honestly my favorite part, seeing the fucking titles, and it was like, I was like, dude, this is Movie Maker, like, 7.
Windows
you guys are way before me, like before my time. You guys are both 28. I'm 23. How old were you guys when you started Stunts?
I started in 2009, technically.
Well, how old were you?
Fucking 19 or some shit like that.
You
were like, because like when I started doing stunts in 2009, I do this weird thing where I'm like get obsessed with things. I search it on the internet and I typed in like Jackass stunts, and that led me to fucking mainly like I said this before. First 3 stunt groups that like really inspired me to do shit was P.O.R, Laugh or Die, and BFD. And like P.O.R just because of the fucking straight just resume of fucked up shit. I'm like, holy fuck.
This is the suck JJ's dick hour, guys.
Yeah.
And he's got a hog.
Except for his editing style.
Oh shit. Backhanded compliment.
No, I mean I don't disagree. So I don't take it personal.
I mean, I respect.
I know how some people have like really short attention spans when they watch like videos, and like I'm not that guy. I don't know. I like to when a Joe Rogan podcast pops up and it's 4 hours, I like
you get stuck.
4 hours, yes. Yeah. But to answer your question about when I started, that's hard to pinpoint because like the name POR started. We wanted to be like an extreme sports kind of group type thing. We wanted to be like basically like Metal Militia before like Metal Militia. we did like skateboarding, BMX, and stuff like that. And that's when the name Profits of Regret. That's what POR stands for. Profits of Regret.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's when.
But it's profit like you make money.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
That's a funny story
No,
too.
no, it's
I
not.
was
It's
so
not.
young that Profits. I spelt it on the original DVD like profits like money, but I meant for it to be like a profit, you know, like a holy prophet type thing. I don't even know where I got the name. I think I thought it just sounded cool or something. But yeah, I would say like 13, 14, 15 was when we actually like started like setting ourselves up for disaster type thing. Like
That's pretty early to be like.
Yeah.
What, you were 16, right,
I was
Kyler?
15. It was
15?
Yeah.
the order of which we released movies, we had our first one was called Skateboarding SXX, and then the following was called Wheel Wars, and then we had POR Volume 1, which I actually let Villa watch POR Volume 1. He's the only guy outside of the original
I haven't
crew.
seen it even?
No,
You
never
cunt.
seen
Why wouldn't you let me
POR
watch it?
Volume 1. Tim Halberstam offered me
He'd probably pay $2,000.
he offered me $2,000.
Are you shitting me?
I swear to God he did.
You said 2, and I was gonna.
I swear he did. And I was like, dude, I can't sell you that. That's not worth nothing.
You should have. Oh my God, you should have.
Villa watched it.
He wouldn't even feel bad.
Bill watched it. He was
See,
just
that's
like,
what sucks about Tim, man. Like, he bought $800 for the Laugh or Die 1. I'm like, dude, that movie fucking sucks.
Yeah. Even Zach was like, I don't even have that movie myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, and then we released Uprising, POR Volume 1 through like 3. We released Volume 1, 2, and 3. Volume 2 is actually pretty classic. Like it can stand up like with like most homegrown movies nowadays. Mephisto, like the roof barrel rolls on there. There was a lot of big ones
Dude,
on
I
there.
love that.
Like the one where he falls in the stairwell and racks his head.
Yeah.
All the bicycle jumps where they busted their faces type thing. That was all in
The
Volume
Megadeth
2.
Gap.
Yeah, the Megadeth Gap, yeah. And then we ended up calling, like we took those 3 movies basically and made it Uprising. And then we added like 2 years to that. And then
So Uprising's like a mix of all your first
Yeah,
3,
basically.
your like pre-movies,
Oh.
and you made it into the Uprising.
yeah, it's basically like the latest and greatest type deal.
Okay.
That's fucking, that puts so much more context into that first movie. That's like,
It's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff. And like, it was a lot of people like contributed to that movie too. So like, I felt like I like needed to show everybody's stuff, 'cause
yeah.
That's how it was.
even
with
if it wasn't
Blockheads
like
1.
up to par,
Dude, that's what it is when you first started making, like when I made my first movie. There's one dude, Mitch. He filmed maybe like 4 things, so I'm like,
Yeah.
and they're not even good. I'm like, I
Yeah.
have to put them in because
People
like,
get super stoked. be
Blockheads
a part of
1.
something.
Blockheads 1 is 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Technically 2 hours and 25 minutes. It
Is it?
only
Holy
needed to
fuck.
be like good, genuine, like actually crazy content. Maybe 45 minutes to an hour of like worthwhile footage, and then the rest is such fucking garbage ADHD. But like I took it from like CKY1, how it was like a lot of skits and random dumb shit. So I almost added every fucking thing I filmed from late 2011 till it was like October 2011 till April 2013, and everything I filmed was like jam packed almost.
That's a good segue because I want to know, JJ, your inspiration, because you were on record saying that you didn't really watch Jackass and CKY.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of
Yeah, so-
Jackass.
yeah, you weren't,
Everybody always
so-
gives me heat about that. I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan. I was a big Bam Margera fan though.
So he was a huge CKY fan.
I
right?
was CKY. Yeah, I didn't really. I don't know. For some reason, I didn't really watch Jackass. It didn't really like resonate with me. Dudesons was
Probably,
big.
I think probably because Jackass had way more pranks.
Yeah.
Jackass the TV show was a prank show.
Yeah, I can still say that like POR is like a purist like group. Like we only do stunts. Like I've never really been too fond of like the skits or pranks or anything like that. Like you don't. Well, the only time you ever see us do a prank is like when the guy thinks he's doing a stunt.
Mhm.
Like he thinks he's
Okay.
getting hit with a light tube, but we smash him with a dildo.
Okay,
instead.
that's what I was gonna say. That was like,
Right.
dude, that,
like
when you uploaded that.
that's the only time you'll ever see us do like stuff like that. I don't know. I just like doing stunts and like now wrestling.
Pranks
and
on your
stuff like that.
friends is better than I
Yeah.
hate public pranks.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan
Oh,
of
the
it.
trash.
Dude, and they're 99% fake, like set up.
Always.
And like, and if you do a real like public prank, if you actually upload it to YouTube and like it goes viral and you don't get permission to like, what are those called? Like
Release forms.
release
Yeah.
forms.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
if you don't get
Well,
release
yeah,
forms,
yeah.
There
you're
was that
fucked.
one guy who just fucking. Well, it was years ago. I saw a video of like YouTubers who have like crashed and burned, and he was on it. And he was like a prank
Yeah.
channel guy, and he like like he would kiss random chicks or
Oh
whatever
my
on the
God.
street in like Santa Monica.
Vitaly?
No,
He had like the
no.
dyed hair that was like blonde.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Well, I feel like there's a lot of people that
Prank
did
Invasion?
that. That's what I'm thinking. I think it was.
But his prank invasion is 100%
He
fake.
did a lot of those like kissing
all of his
ones.
were fake, and he would grab chicks' butts.
I
and
feel like
shit.
most of them.
Oh,
are.
I know
I
we
think
were
it was.
talking
I want
about.
to say it was Prank Invasion.
And
It
he
was like
got,
so.
like-
It wasn't SoFlo.
No, it wasn't.
It was like
it
his
was before that.
name. It was the
his
one
name?
dude's name.
It wasn't Vitaly.
No,
fuck
I
was
don't think
it?
so. No, he doesn't.
Roman
Atwood.
Atwood.
Was it the same?
No, I think
dude?
he's still around. That dude.
Do you guys know Roman Atwood did stunts?
What?
Yeah, he has like homegrown stunts.
I didn't
No.
know
He was like a
that.
huge.
Word.
He was like a huge Bam fan.
I feel like I remember talking.
Like
about
worse
that.
than
doesn't
worse than
surprise
Rico
me.
Roman. Like decked out, see your pretty face in hell, heartograms all
That's
over his body,
amazing.
all that. But yeah, to answer that question, CKY, Bam, mainly Bam. Just I was like really intrigued with Bam. I really wanted to be a skater at first. I didn't want to even do stunts. But then I started like watching the CKY movies, and I was like, I think I like the stunts better than I like the skateboarding. Dudesons, we literally had the Dudson movie playing. Like we literally didn't even pause the Dudson movie. Walked out, and Mephisto did the freaking barrel roll off the roof type thing. Like we were like, yo, let's go do this right now.
Which is
You want to do it? Let's go do it. And then we went out and did it. Like we literally had that movie playing. Like we
That's
walked back
amazing.
and walked in, like type thing.
which is almost that was also like we were inspired by CKY4 when Ryan Dunn did that, right?
Yeah. That was
Like-
that was definitely what Mephisto was getting at right there.
Yeah, it was a Dunn
Mephisto
tribute.
wanted to do that
Which
type
is
thing.
fucked. I feel like reenacting that stunt is so
Yeah, that
bad.
was
It
alright.
never goes well. I mean, it didn't go well for Ryan either. But I feel like like every other stunt I've seen, if somebody try to do like a barrel off the roof, they do it so wrong and it ends up so bad.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a few people do it, probably all from your crew too.
That TV show Rocket Power too. Like when I saw
Oh
like
my fucking god, Rocket Power.
I was inspired by that. Yeah, that show. He had that.
Do you remember
video,
that shit?
yeah, of
He had a
course.
video camera, and I was like, I want a video camera. That's
Dude, Twister
really-
was the coolest fucking
That's
character,
really-
man.
Wiggity wiggity wiggity.
That's literally
So
like
good.
why I asked my grandmother for a video camera, and she got me a video camera. I think I was like 10 years old when I got my first video camera. It was a
No way.
Quasar. You could put the VHS tape. You put it physically inserted
Oh,
it into
yeah.
Dude,
the
that's
camera.
so amazing,
and
dude.
slammed it shut.
Oh,
Do you guys remember Chalk Zone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
wasn't
yeah,
that the
dude.
fucking weirdest show?
Yeah,
that was
it was.
interesting, dude.
I just had like a nostalgic
Yeah.
like flash when that like popped up.
When you
Oh my
said
God.
rocket power.
I can remember though. That was the first time that I ever was like, "Yeah, I want a video camera."
It was because of that.
Auto Rocket had a video
See,
camera. I was like, "I need a video
I
camera."
feel like if I had a video camera when I was younger, I probably would have started younger because I do remember doing dumb shit before I was
Yeah.
before I officially started. Like even years before when I was like you said around 10, 11, like purposely eating shit on my skateboard in front of my friends to like make them laugh, or like trying to hit this little rail that we had on this ramp with like one of those green machine
Yeah.
tricycles.
Yeah.
And just like doing little dumb shit here and there, but not ever thinking to film it because I didn't have a camera. And then, but when I was 15, iPod Touches were coming out. Not even like iPhones.
Oh
It
my
was like
god,
an
I
iPod,
forgot they had video on that
like
shit.
an iPod Touch, and that's what we started to film on was iPod
That
Touches.
paintball gun nut shot that I sent you when I did it with nothing on.
Yeah, you got
that
hit
was-
in the dick with a paintball with
That was
nothing
shot.
covering it.
That was shot on an iPod Touch.
Yeah, iPod Touch.
Yeah.
And we had to learn the hard way to. I had no idea about filming anything.
Landscape.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always filmed it fucking vertically, not horizontally, dude.
Dude, that's everybody's.
I fucked so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
frame, so much footage, and then we had this like,
That's every fucking World Star video.
and then we got
That's Instagram now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Then we started filming on this other weird little like hand touch thing that was probably at most $100. Super shitty little camera, but it got the job done.
Yeah, as a kid, my first like big obsession was probably wrestling. Though I probably
See,
I need to put that on record. Like I was like obsessed with wrestling. That was like my thing. Like, and I feel like that's kind of what contributed to me like wanting to like
Oh,
dude.
Stunts.
do
Yeah.
like that
you see
kind
half
of
of our
stuff.
stunts are like
Yeah.
borderline wrestling
Wrestling.
moves.
Yeah, now I do wrestling, so it's like it really comes full circle. Like I kind of drifted away from wrestling, did the stunt thing. I always like kind of like I don't know. Like I've thought about it before. I'm like, what if I could have been a wrestler? You know?
In like what capacity are you doing wrestling?
We do backyard wrestling.
Okay.
Like we have our own group called P.O.R. Wrestling. And yeah, it's doing pretty good. Like
Hell yeah.
basically, I theme like stunts basically around like
Wrestling.
my wrestling. Yeah, like
That's
at
fucking
the
He has
last-
this really fucked up idea coming up. I don't know if you want to say it yet.
no, I'm not gonna put it on record, but it would make Sick Nick Mondo proud. The wrestling has really come full circle because like I said, I was obsessed with wrestling when I was a kid, and now it's like what I'm doing now. I'm also doing stunts, but I'm putting a lot of stunts. Like I'll think of a stunt and I'll be like, how can I involve that in a match? Like, you know, like I wanted to do the mortar nut shot, like the mortar nut shot, and I was like, how can I put that in a match? Like I can't like put layers of clothes on. And I was like, well, hold up, what if I bleed in my match? And then I tell the crowd, because I'm a heel, like, hey, I ain't bleeding for you idiots. You guys are trash. And then I start putting multiple layers on. You gotta like
super
think.
smart.
That's super smart.
I've listened to you talk, and I'm like, you're fucking, you do really good, like
I'm
getting the crowd riled up.
Yeah, they hate me. They boo me.
Well, and you don't like stutter a lot. Like you very like come up with like shit off the. I was gonna ask, do you ever rehearse?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, because I was like, dude,
right?
well, I didn't. I don't know about this stuff.
Everything that you hear me spit is like premeditated.
But the fact that you can rehearse it and then you like flawlessly say it, and then even if you kind of fuck it up, like you go.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that I was like a good like promo like until like I started actually doing
100%.
it. Like,
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't watch you wrestling that much. I just watch the highlights. But like, I mean, they're pretty long though.
At the last event, I actually like broke character because I'm like a bad heel. Like I try to do like the most despicable things you can see. Like,
which is something I never realized about like wrestling when I was a kid. Because
Especially
when I was
as
a
a
kid, you
kid.
just hear that like at the time like I was growing up, everyone was like, "Well, it's fucking fake." So I never got into. I was like the only Mexican kid that wasn't into wrestling. All my friends were in it, but I thought, I was like, that shit's fake. But if I had known there was like bad guys and good guys and plot lines, I would have definitely gotten to that shit.
Yeah, it's more of a soap opera.
Yeah, it's like a formula, you know.
Yeah, it's like an episode of Dragon Ball Z, but with real people. I'd have loved that shit.
Well,
It's
yeah,
a melodrama.
Yeah,
and when you're younger, you don't realize like the
fucking loved
effort
that.
that goes into
Oh,
it,
yeah,
and like the
absolutely.
athleticism, and they actually take like real hits, real bumps. Like it's
Had
real.
I realized
It's
that
real
as a kid,
fake. Like, it's
I would have
it's like a
definitely
mix
got
of
into
both.
that. It's fucking badass.
I was
realize
like
it's that.
I was into it when I was really young. I had it on like PlayStation 1, the video
Oh
game.
yeah, the games are legendary.
I had like me and my brother were into it, so I had the Stone Cold Steve Austin action figure. He had Undertaker action figure. And, like we were, like I said, we were barely getting into it, and then we just dipped our toes and then kind of like bailed out. Which
There's like
I hate,
a big resurgence now of like extreme wrestling. Like we rode with the Gathering with Jimmy Lloyd. That was like cool, like picking his brain because he's like a huge like deathmatch wrestler now. So like picking his brain and like talking to him about like stuff that I'm like a fan of was really cool.
Dude, and he's so casual.
As a heel though, I always try to do like the most like
Despicable
things. Like I'll rip a girl out of her chair to like steal her chair. Tim
Oh my
Halberstam.
god, dude, this was fucked.
He was a plant, and he looked like a fan. Like
Yeah.
the crowd there had no clue who Tim was because he's from Maryland. So I act like I grabbed the beer bottle out of his hand and I smashed the beer bottle on his head. And it didn't break the first take. It didn't break the first take. And the crowd there thinks that it's like it's a work. It's scripted. Like they thought that the glass bottle was like sugar glass or whatever.
Fake.
They thought it was
This
fake, and they're like,
planned.
"Dude, I know that it's not fake because you literally took that bottle and it didn't break." And then,
yeah,
then what did I do? Tim's laying there with his head. I picked it up. I'm like, I gotta break it. And I charged him and I just smashed him in the head with a bottle.
Surprisingly, he didn't
And
bleed.
it broke. He's got that thick head of hair, man. Tim's got that fro.
Yeah.
A quick question: is it like a full character, or is it like do you put yourself into it, or?
Oh man.
I mean, does it seem like he's putting? Like,
I don't
it's so
know.
different. Than...
I know, because
Oh,
everybody
man.
has an on-screen persona.
Oh, everybody! Like you
Oh,
can't like
man.
not have an on-screen persona. Everybody does. Like when I first saw you guys, I thought you guys were like some like crazy rednecks, like borderline autistic. And then I actually talked to you guys in real life, and you're like super normal. Like have a real conversation with you, not scared of you. When you first invited me to like fly out and film with you, I think I ignored you. I didn't even want to fly. I was like I just didn't even entertain the idea. And I think it was like maybe a year or two later, you invited me again during December 2016. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's
Remember
do it.
Degenerate, like, you gotta die, mate.
Yeah, people, everybody who knew who you guys were and then knew that I was flying out. Even my mom was like, oh my god. Like I showed her you guys' videos and everybody was tripping, dude. The Nub Boys, like they would message me. Like everyone thought like I was gonna fucking die. But like I honestly feel like around when I was coming out is when you guys had your transition to make your stunts more safe and like more legit and not just like light people on fire with no wet clothing and no way to put them out and just like straight up like mangling people. I feel like you guys are more safe but just as dangerous.
Yeah, it's like
which is kind of crazy.
It's like, how about you run over a car on fire but with nothing there? Like the stunt isn't to like be to die by being lit
Yeah.
on fire. The stunt is to run over this car on fire and then do it safely.
Was
That's
that
kind
just
of
like
the dilemma I had. I
you
was like,
learned to like,
Yeah,
we should be, or did you realize like, oh, this is what I want to do?
it was definitely some
so like,
growing
let's take
pains.
some safety precautions.
It was definitely some growing pains,
Yeah.
like bring up
You
when
realized not having a safety net wasn't like sustainable.
yeah, when Meta-Freeze
Yeah.
Ken got lit on fire, we were like, all right, well, I did it the day before. I lit myself on fire up at my friend's house, and I just took the jacket off and I threw it in.
Mhm.
But the next day, we pepper sprayed my friend Ken in a wheelchair and then drug him through a bunch of glass and light tubes and all that
video.
stuff.
Oh my god.
And he's on fire, and we didn't have nothing. We had a
I'm
bucket.
on fire!
We had a
how it
bucket
was
of water.
literally- I was on fire with a jacket. So then the next day we put our friend
Yeah.
in a wheelchair, we pepper sprayed him, light tubes and fire.
That was his idea. I'll put that on record. But yeah, he wanted to do it, and like my logic behind that was, well, I did it the day before on fire. He should be fine. But like I didn't really take into consideration that he's gonna be blind basically while he's doing it with the pepper spray. Like, yeah.
Can I put on record that don't ever let JJ be in charge of lighting you on fire, because he won't stop squirting you with the lighter fluid. Like he'll light you and then keep squirting. He doesn't let the fire grow. He keeps. So what happened, I'm pretty sure, is it soaked not only through the hoodie but to his shirt and under skin,
Underneath the-
and then his skin,
Fuck.
which his skin didn't catch.
Yeah.
It was like full through everything, so he didn't have any layers protecting him. See, like I'm sure like yours didn't like completely soak through. That's why you're able to take the hoodie off.
Yeah.
But like he took the hoodie off and his shirt was on fire, and he couldn't get his shirt off. Right? Isn't that that's
there's
what
been
happened?
a couple.
You guys were like curb stomping him and trying to like sit on him to put him out. Like that's gonna work.
You want to know something funny? This is really random. I used to think that curb stomp was the C word.
Oh my god.
You're
When I was like,
That's amazing.
when I was
retarded.
8 years old, I think South Park did an episode where they said just like the C word, but they never said the C word. And I had just watched American History X.
You put two and two together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I thought curb stomp was the C word.
That is ridiculous. So you thought it was like a really bad word to like.
Yeah, I thought like you couldn't say curb stomp like out loud in public for like years.
What were you gonna say though? That's fucking. You're an idiot.
Fuck you! I was 8.
I've actually been sitting there thinking about Damon's question. That was a really good question. It's probably the best question I've been asking in a long time. About like how much of the wrestling character is actually me. There's some elements, like there's some stuff that I say that's like is me, like for real, just turned up a little like violently.
Mhm.
It's kind of like I don't know. I kind of like take influence from like Gigi Allen from that. They said he was like cool guy off stage and all that. And then he just gets up there and he like, as soon as I put that mask on, like I don't know, something.
Dude,
it's something about
As
it.
soon
Like
as you get in the ring, the mask,
Yeah,
as
I
soon
get
as
in there,
cameras start
like,
rolling.
and like
Something
the
switches.
idea is like hurt the other
Everybody.
guy. Like when I like there's certain things that I say that I truly like stand behind, and there's other things like I would never rip a girl out of her chair.
Yeah.
I would never bash somebody in the head with a freaking
Beer bottle.
beer bottle, you know,
Yeah.
like just for the heck of it.
Yeah,
Like
like,
it's all
that's
like
not you. You
it's
wouldn't
not
actually
me.
do
I'm not
that.
like a
Well-
jerk, but I'm like that. I feel like I do what I think needs to be done type
Yeah.
thing to be like the most despicable. But like there are elements in there that is like me. Like one of my lines at one of the latest events. We have this guy Renegade Rebel. He does like the rebel flag, like redneck gimmick. And I'm not. I think I don't like the rebel flag. Like I'm like totally against all that crap. But like in front of that like that southern crowd, he's the good guy.
Yeah.
And I'm the
Yeah.
bad guy.
I
all right. He's the good guy, and I'm the bad guy, and he's repping the rebel
Like-
flag like high and mighty,
Well,
high
you
and
do,
proud.
you do film it in West Virginia.
No,
It's
yeah,
in Virginia, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It
yeah.
blows my mind when I see that shit here.
Oh, dude, there's
Like
people
trucks with Confederate flags
Yeah.
here.
like waving it loud and proud on their huge lifted trucks. Just like they'll have the American and then the Confederate flag just rolling coal.
I
in
just
the
always
trucks.
have found it like funny and ironic that like the people who preach patriotism fly like a traitorous flag. That always just kind of
No,
cracks
man,
me
doesn't
out.
mean that, man.
Yeah, but it does.
doesn't mean racism.
But yeah, my
man.
line to him,
Yeah.
he's like this short guy, and at the previous event, he like tapped me out, and at the next event, I was like, "You guys look up to this guy. This guy's a quitter. He's nothing but a quitter." And he was like, "You're the one that tapped out last event." And I'm like, I can see why the South lost the war because they got quitters like him. So I was like talking about like I'll throw some stuff in that like this actually me.
Is that
like,
off the top of your head?
Yeah, like I can see why the South lost the war. And they got quitters like this guy, and he's like, "You're the one that tapped." And I'm like, "I didn't tap. It was an itch. My leg itched." And I'm like, I was like, "I scratched my leg. My leg itched. That wasn't a tap."
Like that's like something like old school fucking The Rock would.
Yeah, my character's real like delusional in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like a delusional like pansy ass hill basically. Like Chew, I said Chew cheated because Chew put my goons through a table. I come out with like 2 or 3 helpers, and I was like, he put my goon through a table. He cheated, which obviously he didn't. He put my helper through a table. Like he evened the odds more so. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's super like funny like playing that character.
Dude, the best one was when I first saw you guys, and you fucking. They have 2 camera guys, Dylan and Harley. Yeah. And he comes walking out of the bus. Everybody walks out of the bus, and he just fucking shoves him in the face. The camera guy, the guy filming the event, he pushes him in the face, and you just see him like, oh, what the fuck? Like, it was not like that was so. But like the other camera guy got it, so it was so funny.
Dylan's line was super funny. He was like, "It's your camera, dumbass."
Because he hit the camera. He like hit the camera and his face. It's like it's your camera.
And it's my camera, so he's like, "It's your camamera, dumbass."
Did you say that right after?
Dylan said it to me.
Like right at like
yeah,
that.
He said, "You're a
so that's in the."
dumbass.
I didn't know he said that. Oh my god,
that's fucking beautiful.
Would you ever play a face?
No, dude. Hills have too much fun. Way too much fun. I've thought about it. I think eventually what's going to happen with my character is he's probably going to become like glorified almost like in like people are going to cheer him. There's a couple like there was a drunk guy at the last show that was like, "That's a real fucking champion right there." And we did a tournament and I got a bot. Well, actually, my first opponent in the tournament was one of my goons. Like I acted like I rigged it. I was like, I rigged it like the Russians rigged the election. And it was like me versus my goon. So it was like obviously who's gonna win. I made him lay down and I pinned him, and like this drunk guy's like, "Escobar's a real fucking champion. He's a real deal." And I'm like, dude, I got this one fan right here. And there's a couple guys who be like, "Put the boots to him, Escobar." And I'm like, dude, who would cheer me? Like,
hell yeah.
And but yeah, playing a hill is way more fun than playing a face for sure. I don't know. I don't got that.
No, I don't understand that terminology because I'm not.
Oh, the face is like a good.
Face is like baby face. They call them baby faces, and heels are the bad
that's what I
guys.
assumed. They're just wanted to be.
Why is it called a heel? Like that's just.
It's just a term.
It's just like a term that.
Yeah, like you're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a heel. The Grinch, you remember that? You know that
Oh
song?
Yeah.
You really are a heel. You're
All right. Well, you poured these shots for fucking ever. Should we just take it?
I was just waiting for like a good time.
Heels have more fun. Heels typically lead matches as well. Heels are the ones that lead. They start the match off, and the baby face is there to bump for the heel and make the heel look good, and then
also the heel is like the worst part of the human body, right? It's like the lowest form besides the bottom.
I guess that's where the original terminology comes from. Yeah. Buffalo Trace.
It's definitely interesting when you said earlier about like kind of putting on like a character when you go like even just behind the camera or like and get in front of a stage like you do, because I definitely feel like I do that when I do stand up.
Well, you have to.
Like, you have to, immediately become like 10% more of an asshole the second I step on stage. The second I'm like, if somebody says something, I fucking like
there's
hit
never
them
a nice stand up.
Exactly.
Right?
Like I think I'm putting on the character of like, oh, I'm a fucking angry stand up. Like fuck you guys.
I think everybody like turns it up to like 11.
You have to. Like it's like kind of.
But that's
boring
the thing is I'm trying to get rid of.
Yeah, nobody wants to.
Because I want to be myself on stage.
You definitely want to be yourself, but like you can.
I go up there and I immediately just get like an animosity.
Yeah,
you can definitely be yourself, but like times you can like up your own personality. Like it's not that you're not being you. You're just like it's another part of you coming out like on camera. Like everybody's like, and it's good.
When I go up there, my like cynicism comes up because that's where a lot of my comedy comes from. Is like kind of like cynicism.
Yeah, I can
what
relate
the fuck's
to that.
wrong with shit, and so I'm gonna point that out, and so I get a little angry on stage.
The number one person that like I can like. I don't know, that's like the most opposite of how he is in real life than on camera. I guess you guys can probably guess who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking?
Yeah.
The fucking horse, dude.
Yeah.
Zach Gordon and the horse are like fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like
that's a great analogy.
Like completely not even like when I was talking to Fly and Ryan and Crazy Mike about it, they're like, dude, like, they're like, you don't hang out. You don't want to hang out with Zach Gordon. He's boring. He's like, I love the horse way more. Like the horse is so fun to hang out. He's crazy. Like Zach Gordon's just a super calm, like almost like shy guy. Like
you almost think he's like kind of like brushing you off in a way, but he's just like shy.
He's
He's just like calm and
when
shy.
the camera's on, he's
That's so interesting because I've never met him. Obviously,
I've been around him a few times, and he's just
I've
like
never seen that side of him, or even knew that existed.
In the video, the horse power hour nut shot with Ben, you can see the horse or Zach Gordon in that
that's
video.
what I was gonna say.
He's just like so like anxious, so you can tell
he just wants to like, but it's a different setup because like when he normally goes horse mode, it's like one big stunt or one clip.
Yeah.
But when they're doing the power hour, it's like a long video, and that's what I was gonna say is you can see Zach in his vlogs being just Zach.
Yeah.
But then like, and it's when it's like do bowling ball nut shot off the roof, dude.
He's like, fuck that shit!
You want some of this? I've talked about it before. I take so many of like my mannerisms because I'm not original at all with my stunts. So I'll do that, and like that's what the horse did, or like for the boys, that's not me. That's fucking NubTV. Like I don't know one thing that I do that's like that I created that is just me that like nobody like.
I mean, I think that's with everybody.
A lot of that translates to other art forms too, like music.
That's the point. Yeah, with painting, like you can't
everyone
like do a brushstroke.
imitates what they admire.
Yeah, like my high falls, dude. Like I'm not trying to rip off the hop. I think his high falls will like definitely like outdo my like his style points. His look fucking amazing, and I'm even trying to do his style. Like he does like the flail, which is like stuntman style. It's not him, but it's like I try to do it that way.
Yeah.
And even
I do that on stage,
like
too. When I do like comedy, I'm like I've noticed I go up and I act like comedians I admire.
Yeah, which
like,
isn't
I
a
go
bad
up there
thing.
and I pretend like I'm Bill Hicks.
Yeah, it's like it should be flattering. Like you just don't want people to be like you're just trying to rip them off. Like the worst thing is like you just jackass wannabe.
It's how you learn. Like nobody's comfortable going and doing these crazy fucking things like you guys do. So you have to like pretend to be somebody who can do that. You watch these people in these movies do these crazy things, and you're like, I could never do that. Like, I need to be like him. Mm-hmm. So then you copy him to kind of get that confidence.
Yeah, because if you look at my early videos, I'm just kind of like bland, or like when I get hurt, I'm just like, oh, and I just kind of like pretend I'm not hurt, and I just try to walk it off, and I don't say anything crazy or act like
you
any
just
different.
like shut down.
Like this is it. But then now, like I try to like go like semi-horse mode, like yell something before a stunt, like for the boys, or try to like yell something.
You want to add as much as you can to it when it already is,
and it kind of helps too, like for me to yell something just to kind of like get ready for it.
Like that video when you're in the luchador mask where you jump off.
Oh yeah.
Your antics before, I've seen you do high falls a million times, but your antics before that makes me want to click on it again. Like, for the fucking ball! You just throw this beer off and you get a thong and you just it's like, I play that for Villa so much that he like gets annoyed.
Dude, I play that with two of my friends too, and every time they fucking laugh.
That same video.
It's like the best thing, because especially in Blockheads 3 when you like cut you taking off the pants, everybody's like, where'd the pants go? And they fucking die laughing.
I actually didn't try to do that on purpose. I didn't try to make it an illusion. I was just trying to cut to the point. Like, but then after, like sometimes while I'm editing, music will match up so perfectly. I'm like, I didn't even try to do that. Things will like, and I don't know, like if that happens to a lot of people, but for me especially, like shit will line. Like when we're editing The Gathering, and like all of a sudden, like right when I'm on the ladder, the like drums kind of and
that was not planned at all.
And then like so many times that happens to me while I'm editing, shit just lines up perfectly.
Yeah, I've completely like removed songs like off the editing timeline, like completely put a new song in, and like that song lined up better than the one I was like.
Oh yeah,
trying to make it.
Sometimes I'll have to do that.
How does that work?
Well.
That is crazy. You know, have you ever seen 2001: A Space Odyssey?
I have not. I've tried. I think
I have not.
I think in high school they put it on, but dude, you know I was a sleeper in high school, dude. Like there wasn't one class where I had my head up.
Y'all went to high school together?
Yeah,
that's how we met.
Dude, well I don't know if we've probably talked about it before.
We've told this,
but the way we met, it was just we were in the back.
Well,
it was like
the way like I switched classes late, so like school had been going for like a week.
This is in 10th grade.
And I got switched to a class, and I walked in this computer. What was it? Computer science.
Something like that. But it was like that's how I learned. That's how I like started editing.
Well, yeah,
or
but like
kind
I
of.
walked
Not
into
really.
that class, and I like saw him, our friend Austin Murfitt, who had like orange ass dreads, and I was like, oh, those are the fucking people I want to sit next to.
Yeah.
The two like oddballs in the class. Everyone else looked like a preppy ass douche bag, and like it was like, oh, those are the people I want to sit by.
And that was like right when I started to do to figure out like that I wanted to do stunts.
You started the channel. You made that channel in that class on the computer.
Yeah, I was just
That's
like,
badass.
That's dope.
And like I remember like watching CKY, like getting my inspiration talk. It was before we created like actual blockheads, but like we had started to like make a catalog of stunts with me and Austin. No, it was way before Blow Guys, and it was before everything, dude. And I remember talking to this kid Duncan next to us, who was 2 grades older than me.
I wonder what the fuck happened to that.
I don't know. He's probably just playing Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. He's
Dungeons, Dragons, and Diabetes. Yeah, probably.
DDD.
I was
And I was like, what should I call what should we call this channel? What should we call this crew? And he's like, his first thought was Blunts and Bruises.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, well, I don't smoke weed, but I guess you could be like blunt, like trauma, like Blunts and Bruises. I don't know, like.
That sounds so funny.
But I remember watching CKY, and specifically was watching. It was on YouTube, watching Rab do the laxative run.
Yeah.
And the teacher was walking right behind me. And this is my first time really ever watching it on YouTube. Like, and I was late to the game.
You watched it in class.
And I was watching it in class, and I paused it when she's behind me, and it was literally. I swear to God, I kid you not, it was paused while shit was flying out of Rab's ass, and she saw it, and I didn't even know it was on the screen because it was my first time. I was like confused, and she saw it. She's like, "Oh," and just walked away. Didn't even say anything.
That's fucking funny. I don't even remember that.
But when I created the actual logo, I was like, it was in 11th grade, so I thought of Blockheads 801 in 10th grade, and we just clicked shuffle on my laptop with all these songs I had on it, and it landed on Blockhead by DRI. It was actually the second try I pressed shuffle, because the first one didn't make sense. But I told all my friends, all right, everybody on your music thing, press shuffle. Maybe this will help us think of a name. Second try, I pressed shuffle, and it was Blockhead. That's what we're calling it. We're calling it Blockhead.
The first one was like Inner Sandman.
Yeah, just something dumb that didn't make any sense as a crew name. But I was like, it was just called Blockhead.
You know that like
the Blockheads.
The rapper Childish Gambino got his name off of a Wu-Tang
rap
name generator.
Yeah.
I put my name into that shit. Do you want to know what mine was?
Yeah. What is it?
It's like the letter X dash, so it's excessive lover.
Nice.
I will tell you something. There's nothing about me that's excessive.
Except this podcast and you drinking.
I like how
I meant my penis isn't small.
I like how you were talking about like your friend that you like don't know what happened to him type thing. Like, what do you think you would have done like if you hadn't done stunts? I'm sure all of us would have done some form of like crazy shit.
Probably
because it's in the blood. Dude.
Like that's what I was saying earlier. I was like, I might have been a wrestler.
Did you say prison?
No, fuck. I said it's programmed.
Prison.
No, Jesus.
No, I was about to make a joke that you were going to be in jail.
I know, because I know I would have done something because I got like such an intense like itch, like fire that like just wants to do like crazy shit. I got like I don't know. I just got like a switch where I just want to like I gotta like feed that switch. It's weird.
100%.
It's like I gotta do it, or I'm like gonna drive myself insane.
It's
like,
definitely interesting to see like where that outlet could have gone.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like this is the only outlet that you guys, because you guys are into that shit, can like express yourselves.
Well, and
there's another.
It's like a sick hobby.
And it's also
that's what I've said. Didn't I tell you
yeah,
that?
you're the one that said that.
I was like, it's just a fucked up hobby.
It's a sick hobby.
It's not
but
a
there's
job.
nowhere else where you guys could express this like outlet.
But also, it was the perfect storm of like when we grew up, because like if Jackass wasn't a thing, or like that type of like style, like because Jackass was family entertainment. Everybody watched that TV.
Yeah.
I remember my dad watching it
like
before I did,
with
and
like,
not letting me watch Jackass.
That generation.
My brother had CKY,
like especially like
cassettes when I was a kid.
X Games.
It was
generation
everywhere.
As well.
Everything was extreme. You had, Tony Hawk games. Mm-hmm. You had Rocket Power on Nickelodeon. You had ECW wrestling. You had CKY. You had skateboarding, the huge boom.
Just the Attitude Era in general.
Yeah, X Games, all that. Everything was
the early 2000s definitely had that weirdly, like, violent.
Yeah, it was so violent.
Like, it was
Dirty
weirdly
violent. And I talked to you about this, but Dirty Sanchez definitely inspired me. I watched it when I was in 3rd grade, dude. I remember like sneakily watching it with me and my friends, watching Dirty Sanchez. And I knew who Jackass was in Wild Boys Viva La Bam, and I would kind of get glimpses of him, but I was never allowed to watch Jackass, like the movies or anything, but my dad would watch it. And I remember like walking in on my dad watching Wild Boys, and he'd let me watch a little bit. He'd be like, okay, go in the other room, you can't watch this stuff, you're too young. But watching Dirty Sanchez, I was able to fully take that in. And if you look at my stunts now and then watch Dirty Sanchez's stunts, fully inspired, like slamming your face into thumbtacks, you know, like like some of the more like self-harm stunts, like ripping shit out of your earlobes. Yeah. Totally what they.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Jackass. Like, don't get me wrong. I like the Jackass. I just don't think I was like majorly like inspired by it because I didn't really like watch it too closely. But now I like Steve-O. Like when he reposts a stunt, I'm one of the first people to click on it on YouTube, stuff like that. Jackass. If there's gonna be any new projects, I'll be the first one in the theaters. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Knoxville is like a fucking legend.
Dude, he's still fucking
Steve-O. Yeah, you can't say was because they're still doing it. Action Point was sick. Action Point was sick. Yeah, I love that movie.
I loved the stunts.
Yeah, it was great.
Real
it was great.
Okay,
He's real.
The stunts were a 10 for me, a full 10 out of 10. The
storyline was
like,
but do you know that's a real place?
Oh yeah,
they were basing that off of an amusement park that existed.
It was in Jersey. It was called it was an
Action
Park. Sorry,
Jesus
I was gonna say it was something else, but it wasn't Action Point. It was Action Park, and I was like, it was a real thing, which is super cool.
Yeah.
But like, I heard Knoxville had nothing to do with like editing and how it actually came together. Like he just did his shit, and he wasn't in control of like after it. So like I think that's why it was super. It felt cheesy to me, super cheesy. But like the stunts were amazing, and they looked so fucking painful and real.
Yeah,
like
because they were.
I know, but like that's a good thing.
I was so
like,
fucking excited.
well, stuntmen do real stunts, but they don't look real because it's Hollywood magic.
Yeah.
But like they still do. Like
I was
still
so
really
excited for him to do a movie with an actual plot that like had stunts in it.
Would you consider Johnny Knoxville like a homegrown or like a?
Yeah, 100%.
Beginner or homegrown. Well, even nowadays,
Dude,
Knoxville still does homegrown type shit. I think.
Yeah, I mean the Action Point movie basically was.
Like, I mean, just the fact in the bonus feature is a Jackass #2. He was just running into stop signs.
Yeah.
That's actually he inspired me to do him and the horse because I saw him and the horse running into stop signs. So there's literally footage of me doing that. Like I'm so inspired, and everything I see is like a sponge. Or with any crew. Like P.O.R, NubTV, CKY, Jackass, like anybody, Bred for Disaster, dude. Like they kind of inspired me to want to do like backflip stunts because of that one backflip ladder stunt.
Sick,
Like, dude, they definitely like those upper crews inspired the fuck out of me.
Yeah, the Bred for Disaster is highly underrated. I feel. Them Barely Living Legends. I totally forgot they existed until Villa was talking about them the other day. There's so many groups that like inspired me. Arsmarks was a big one. I know a lot of people for some reason don't like Arsmarks, but I loved Arsmarks.
That was before my time. Like,
yeah,
way.
The Horse, LSD Riders. You're a big fan of that, right, Damon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the LSD Riders, when I first saw it, I hated it. But then like it kept them. It was in my brain for so long. I kept watching it and watching it and watching it. I'm like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah, it definitely grew on me. We Play Crazy was like the group that I like grew up like. I guess you could say like idolizing. Like they were the group that I was like, holy fuck, they have a DVD in stores. Holy fuck, like Crazy Mike's the man. Like,
Crazy Mike's cool. I loved Mike and Ryan. They're cool. I was like not a huge fan of like Bobby Pyro and all their other cheesy name. Like, they honestly didn't stick to me as like.
They're
Ryan.
cool guys.
No, I'm sure they are, but like Ryan and Mike were the two guys. And even still, some of the stuff I didn't like in the DVDs, like I felt like they were stealing footage of like dirt biking footage. Like it didn't feel like there was that was them. They're like, oh,
it was also the early 2000s.
They were going for like extreme sports. Basically,
which is definitely
the
move to go in 2000.
But everybody on
it was extreme sports and naked girls.
But me, you, and Damon tuned in probably for the stunts.
Yeah,
so
100%.
We like the stunts, not really the
any other
snowmobile backflips.
Yeah, which I can appreciate, but it's like
same with like surfing and all that. Like once you see one surf video, you see them all.
Oh god, seeing surfing to me is like seeing fireworks. They're cool, but it's like it's like once you see one, you know what they look like. Like Ben Gravy. He's a fucking phenomenal surfer, but I want to see him do stunts again. I don't think he ever will come back.
Yeah,
I don't think any of the nub guys are planning on making a return for stunts. They pretend they will every couple years or every few months. But
it'd be cool to see like a huge like resurgence.
Dude, but I wouldn't want it just to be the Nub brothers. I would want to see like Titanium Cranium come back.
Fuck yeah.
At least Titanium Cranium. Those four would be like, what if
Titanium Cranium was the fucking funniest motherfucker.
Funniest, like every stunt he did made it seem like fun, even though you knew it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Like he was just always drunk, and they like had such a good attitude about everything.
He was always drunk.
But like, what if like we've always talked about this? I feel like if we had like a one big super group of stunt, like we just like one last
like
bang,
Jackass,
one last bang, pretty much because Jackass had 9 official cast members plus side cast members. So like they had at least maybe 12 people doing stunts throughout one movie. Like what if we had a super group? You know, like parts of P.O.R, parts of Too Stupid to Die, parts of Nub, and like other like crews that are maybe still so active and down to do gnarly shit. I can't really think of any. Honestly, it'd be like Too Stupid, P.O.R, and Nub.
Children of Poseidon try to, but they post video like once a year.
And like, it'd be,
and it's just Jeff Bell now.
Yeah, but like I don't want to at least make it like, you know, like a higher, like it doesn't have to be double digits amount of people, but like a good amount of like homegrown stunt people that were like be cool people that were back in the day,
just like an end all.
Yeah, like we would want Degenerate in there, just like this is like the final like one last bang, even if we still do
like
it
the
after.
Homegrown collection, but
like up,
right,
and it would be like
right.
the final thing, and we could take time on it. It'd probably we would want to take like months to like do it, you know, like come back and.
That's
like,
basically what like I was like envisioning for like the tour. Like if we ever did like a tour where we actually like went state to state and like perform.
We could do like a tour with it as well. We'd go to different locations.
We would need to do like a super group type deal, like a super fucking like balls to the wall. The best of the best needed to be like in that lineup type thing for it to be like successful first show. And that's kind of like what we were going for with the gathering. I was like, yo. And then I feel like moving forward, that's going to be even bigger and bigger because they, you know, we kind of got like an entry level, like kind of like show, like let's see what you can do type thing. I feel like next year is like the year we can do it, and then the year after that, like I feel like that's going to grow like progressively. I feel like that's like almost like just getting a taste of that at the gathering, that live crowd, and like, damn, we could probably do this every night type thing, like for like 30 days on a tour, like a summer tour. We could probably do this. Like you said, though, we probably can do weed whacker stunts every damn night.
No.
It'd be like ruined. But we could do like a traveling like circus, basically. Like, and like fucking
but,
have
like,
the best
cooler.
of the best guys, like in a fucking RV. Like if Mike Busey can do it, like ride around
but
do a
they
tour.
never do anything that could hurt
if
them,
people
ever.
are clamoring for that, god damn, what would they do for us?
But they also have half naked chicks. Like the first thing they start out is like a dozen half naked chicks playing with fire.
I feel like we would need like a big like we'd be like an opening type thing for like a major group. Like
I don't know, but I would
P.O.R. Stunts, Suicide Boys are headlining, you know, type thing. Like,
yeah, that would be fucking epic.
Superhuman headlining.
All right, and for those reasons, I'm out.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's where like that's like my Damon was saying earlier off the record. He was saying that that's like kind of like the dream.
Yeah, that's been
it's
my
like
dream
to tour, do a tour. I feel like that's like the one thing that's never really been done like on a high like level and done right. And I feel like we just need to fucking eventually make that happen.
Yeah, that's for real been my dream since
like
2010.
10 people, you know, like me, you, Damon, fucking Zach.
I gotta show you the fucking
Brad.
Have you seen Jim Rose Circus?
Oh yeah, I wanted to send him a link of that.
We gotta watch that like together, and
like,
I'm like, yo, this shit sucks, and we could do this, but way better.
And you know, there's like groups like that, like we could like throw in there, like from town to towns type thing, that could like come in as like accessories, like help us out. Like Chicago, like you got like Stupid Ass and all those guys. In New Jersey, all that area, you got all those like backyard wrestling, like GCW, all those guys. Like, hey, we're doing a Weed Whacker stunt tonight. Who the fuck we gonna get? All right, we got access to fucking Jimmy Lloyd. He can hit you with the Weed Whacker, you know, type thing.
Or he can take one maybe.
Yeah, we can have like several people in like different locations. If we're like doing a show in Pennsylvania, the Horse can make an appearance.
Oh my god!
Like,
well, that's
Nub can make an appearance.
I just wanted to collab.
Crazy
with
Mike
the
can
Horse,
make an appearance, you know, type thing. Like,
yeah, this needs to happen.
It could be like a collaborative like effort, like and just bring in names from the past type thing. Like if we're in Minnesota, Rico Roman can videotape it, you know.
He can
videotape
He's not
like
gonna
old
do
man.
shit. Well, what that just made me think of, dude. So the Horse is finally on his comeback. And he's coming back hard. So like, and he's like 33 years old.
Yeah,
so
got 2 kids, and he had a major injury.
He had a major fucking injury with surgery with a spinal leak. So like,
Jesus Christ.
He had a spinal leak for years and was doing the heaviest stunts in homegrown history. Honestly, like,
yeah,
with a leaky spine, the most badass stunt guy. And
oh god,
literally,
good band name.
What?
Leaky spine.
Leaky spine. And
yeah, he's one of the only guys that have come back that I'm like, oh man,
we gotta collab. We gotta do something with him, dude. Because I thought he was done.
He's super down too.
Oh, I know,
I've
dude.
talked to him, and he's like,
dude, me, you, Ryan, and I mean, I love Mike, but I feel like Ryan has got that itch. I could tell he's got that cabin fever. He wants to film some crazy shit.
Mike's definitely.
So does Mike too.
He's definitely a good mind for it, but I mean, he's got his reasons why he literally almost died himself.
Yeah,
so.
it's like, you know, like that'd be cool. Because I've never met the guy, but I've talked to him a bunch on social media, and like I thought he was done, just like NubTV is pretty much done, but he's not. So it's like it's not over yet. Because I was able to film with Nub probably like a year or two before they like really stopped.
Yeah.
Maybe even a year, like before they were really done. They were still going hard.
He's like a super big showman too, the horse. He's done like a lot of that, like high level like performances.
And if we could think some gnarly shit to film with him, like, what if we did double fat guy belly flop?
Dude,
me and him both do. Like,
he
could be down.
He could do like the center block nut shot every single night and be completely fine. He could do like his whole shtick.
You could call it the We're Not Done tour,
Oh
or the
my
We're
God.
Not Dead tour.
Yeah, dude. Well, I wanted to name my 4th movie, which I'm like still thinking like, how am I gonna make a 4th stunt movie? Like, there's so many gnarly stunts I want to film, and I'm like,
Should
can
call
my
it
body
Move Over, Jesus.
Oh my God, dude. No, I wanted to call it Dying Young.
That's not bad. That's
Like, because of like my accident, so and just like I want it to be like some of my best hard.
So
like
so
crazy
we're
stunts.
talking about all this like pie in the sky things. What is the end all? What is the limit when you're like, I quit?
Or retire. I guess it's a better term
retire.
because quitting sucks.
I want to hear it from all of you though,
I
not just from him. I want to hear what you guys think about that.
That's fair.
the end all. I've already said like 35, but I feel like I'm gonna get to the point where I'm like, not. I don't know. I don't want to be like that old guy that everyone wants to see leave, type thing. Like, I don't be like, oh God, oh my
I want
God,
to see you come back.
oh
rather
my
than leave.
God, yeah, this guy is still doing it. He's like 40. No, I don't want to be that guy.
But Steve-O's in his early 40s.
Yeah,
He's still going hard. Same with Knoxville.
Very true, very true.
It
And
just depends.
there's a lot of guys he can in like that realm of like entertainment that are older that do that are still hitting it pretty hard. I mean, Horse is pretty, he's not very young himself, so it's like
So
he's in that age right now that like you would
limit?
want to like, okay, they say like 30 to 35 is like your prime years, and then like for a fighter, like 35, they say you like drop off type of thing, like you start getting weak and all this stuff.
I just think
So
it
it's like-
depends on if you take care of your body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Taking care of, trying to like be active, stay healthy. Don't drink and smoke as much as you did when you were younger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoops, and on that note, let's drink.
And it depends on what you do too. I mean, if you have
What
like
kind of stunts you do
if
and
you have like
injuries?
for example, if you have a catastrophic light tube injury, I would advise not doing light tube stunts anymore.
I know, dude. Like, don't fucking do that.
I would
shit.
advise if you had a problem with a light tube, I would advise you probably not a near-death accident with a light tube. I'd probably say don't
Not
do a light
near-death.
tube.
No, I did
but
die.
anymore. Yeah, so I mean,
Near
like,
permanent death. It's weird when people say he almost died, and I'm like, technically.
if you die and come back and off a light tube stunt, I would probably recommend not to do that again.
So were you nervous when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna jump off this ladder for light tubes?
No, I wasn't.
That's a little different.
I knew
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
it was a cool story though. I was like,
Oh,
very,
yeah.
like, oh shit, hell
Well,
yeah.
see, that's what. So when I'm doing Blockheads in Britain, which I'm gonna be going out in like less than a month, dude. I'm flying out to the UK September 17th.
Fuck yeah.
Filming for 2 weeks straight. I want this project to be like, even though I've already kind of started my beginning with the Gathering stunts, but I want this project to be like my official like return of Khyler Vick, go like hard and like make like a full project of me returning. And at the beginning, I want to make it like super dramatic about like December 16th, 2018, Khyler Vick flatlined.
People like that stuff though.
And then like have it like show clips and kind of like be coming in and out of like with the heart rate, and all of a sudden like see me bleeding out, and then like the heart rate goes flat, and then it like I don't know emerges from that, but like no, like he's here to like to fucking die again, or like something like to like something like fuck like he's not done yet, or I don't know. I don't
Release
know
it on Easter.
or next year.
Oh my God.
That would be
That's
sick.
actually genius.
Well, because we're filming it, it'll be like end of summer, beginning of fall is when we're gonna be filming it, and it might take a couple months depending on when Degenerate wants to edit. We honestly could potentially release it on Christmas, or release it on the day that I died.
That'll be good.
It'll be a 1-year anniversary. And
Y'all
then
released the last one pretty relatively like.
Dude, I don't know how I got it out. My
Wait,
accident was December 16th. I was in the hospital for 6 days. What does that add up to? Come on, guys, do my math for me.
No.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So then I was the 22nd. I needed to upload all this footage in 2 days. I needed to edit it in 2 days. And it was a lot of footage because we filmed like 3 weekends in a row. And then so I think I literally edited everything the 23rd of December. and then I was going out of town. So I went to Wyoming on the 24th and brought all my shit with me, uploaded it on the 24th, and then posted it the 25th. I remember sitting up in my computer like right after I got to the hospital for hours and hours, just like painstakingly edit. And I go to lay down, and all the pain meds wore off, and I literally was about to cry when I laid on my bed because I didn't go one day without pain meds for 6 days.
Damn.
So the one day I went to go like lay in a real bed, it just all hit me, and I was like fucking freaking the fuck out.
It's fucking
That's
crazy.
crazy. I've never even seen anything remotely like close to like that type of injury in like any form. I mean, the deathmatch wrestling guys use light tubes like a lot, and like.
Well, 2 people actually have died from light tubes in deathmatch wrestling,
Yeah.
which is like from the same
what the
thing.
fuck?
It spears them.
Yeah.
They go into it weird, and the light tube fucking shanks them.
It's
and
like a
kills them.
1 in 1,000 like
Yeah.
type chance. Like
That's
it's like
fucking
high,
crazy.
like really high, like stakes for that to happen. But like, viewing your video, I can see how it happened to you.
Oh,
like,
easily.
Like
Yeah.
I could tell what happened, and I know now what to avoid, and all that. So it's not like
for
it's
sure.
not something that don't ever make them an X. And I've always heard to stay away from those skinny light tubes as
Oh,
well.
yeah. No, it was in a T, and
T,
I was about to make. You can hear in
It
the
was a cross,
video.
basically.
Yeah, it was a cross.
What did
which
I
is-
say, an X?
Yeah, it was funny because I was gonna make it into an X, and you can hear me say that, which I would have been fine. And then somebody's like, "Oh, you should make it into a cross," because I'm like, "Oh yeah, perfect." Like it'd be like, it's a Christmas special, like Jesus on a cross of light tubes, which
That's
was
where
actually
you
like
were
it was
wrong.
more like a plus sign than a cross, but
Yeah.
still, either way, we did that, and that's why it fucked me up.
Sticks in
God,
the
just
ground,
the
sticks
symbolism
in
in
the
that is
back.
pretty fucking crazy.
I know, dude. I was actually thinking about that the other day. I'm like, oh my god, this is getting weird. Like, I was making a Christmas episode, and like, I died on a cross of
And then-
light tubes, pretty
and-
much, or it
yeah.
killed me. I died on a cross of light tubes
And you
during
came
Christmas,
back.
and I came back to life. What the fuck?
Holy
So
fuck.
we wanted to do a photo shoot or like Photoshop a photo of me
Yes, do that.
being crucified onto a thing
Yeah,
of light tubes.
Kyler, I
Like,
want to
as a
get
logo.
serious for a second. I think you're Jesus.
I mean, dude, I've been growing out my beard, dude. My hair's getting
This
super
is
long.
the second coming, and by that I mean I've come twice already. This podcast.
Oh my god.
I don't want to derail this, but did we get questions?
Yeah, I haven't really looked at them. Yeah, I saw 1 or 2 of them before, but let me
We
check.
can answer these questions real fast.
Let's see if we got any good ones. Oh, dude, and earlier I was gonna tell you guys.
Can you grab me a drink, Kyler? Because I'm hooked up to the headphones.
Yeah.
Should be something in the fridge. I don't know what.
I was actually thinking the same thing. Anybody want a beer?
Yeah, dude, I'm so down.
Yeah, I'll take a beer.
I do not.
I'm actually quite under the weather, so I think whiskey's helping my palate.
helping you?
I mean, they don't call it Grandpa's old
How many
cough
beers
medicine
are there?
for no reason. Whiskey really will like help soothe your throat, though. I mean, it like numbs your throat.
Okay, give me a
I'm good
the
on a
ginger
beer.
ale.
Okay, it's okay.
No, you have the beer. Give me a ginger ale.
Do you want one?
Give me a ginger ale.
I'll take
And then give me that rum.
Jesus, man.
Give me.
that ginger ale, and then give me that rum.
Where does this new meme come from? With
I don't know.
I don't
where
know.
does that come from?
Oh shit, Blue Ribbon.
Because like I heard it like all day today, like on stories and like Twitter. I'm like, I don't know where this is coming from, but all right.
Oh,
Yes.
This is some.
No. Give me the rum.
Well, okay, it's like Captain Morgan.
Give him the
That
fucking
one's-
rum.
That one's Long Island iced tea.
Where's
It's
the fucking rum?
fucking in there, my dog. It's a bottle next to the one you just grabbed.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
So yeah, we should probably talk about like actually like what brought me here type thing, right?
Well, that's what I was gonna get into, and then he said the questions.
So let's do this and then we'll do questions.
But so yeah, the reason JJ's even here isn't just because he feel like coming to Salt Lake to do a podcast and just hang out, even though that would have been cool. Maybe we'll film
One day.
some casual stunts here. He's only here for like 2 days.
Yeah, it's real
So,
short
yeah.
and sweet, but kind of like your first trip to Virginia type thing.
Dude, I was only there for a weekend.
It's cool. Yeah, I know, right? I know. It's been 2 days basically. But yeah, I got hit up by this Japanese TV show. They wanted to film in my neck of the woods, and then later they said that the budget was too much to fly their whole crew out.
Which is in Virginia.
Yeah, which is in Virginia. And they were like, well, we're doing West Coast shoots. A couple of those. We're going to be in Los Angeles and Salt Lake City. And as soon as they said Salt Lake City, I was like, get out of here. No way. They're going to be in Salt Lake City. And I was like, well, I got a really close friend that lives in Salt Lake City. I was like, and we could easily set the stunt up that they wanted to set up. They basically want to redo the 6-man nut shot, the hang-in nut shot challenge thing we did years ago, which is a really simple stunt. The first couple stunts they were pitching me were like the boat on top of the car stunt into the lake, and then a couple fire stunts, and then like a week later, they're like, "Yeah, our sponsors they don't really care too much for fire and car stunts, so we can't really do those. So we're gonna have to think of something else." And I went on my YouTube channel, POR Stunts YouTube channel. I was like, "Holy crap! If you take away our car and fire stunts, you really narrow down POR's like library like real heavily." So I was like, "Holy crap! What can we do?" I was like, "Well, nut shots." So basically, me, Damon Kyler, and his friend Tyler tomorrow are going to be recreating the 6-man nut shot for a Japanese television show called Q-Tube. I actually filmed with them in probably like 2013, my first trip to Los Angeles. And yeah, they're going to like basically roll it out for us. They got us a field goal set up. We're going to be filming with a Ninja Warrior, American Ninja Warrior. Carson is his name. He actually just won the American Ninja Warrior, like completed the course, which is pretty cool.
God damn.
I went to his vicinity today. It's called Ninja Warehouse. It was really cool. It gives me a new respect for those like parkour / like free running guys, because like a lot of that stuff I was looking at like, yeah, I can do this, no problem. And then I went up and I was like, holy crap, this is like, I just take some technique and whatnot.
Like, what about that
Remember
little warp
Wipeout?
wall?
Yeah, the warp wall. I didn't even try that. I wanted to though. I was hoping you would arrive there so you could talk me into it, actually. So I was like,
I wanted
the warp wall. And they had a white marker where it was, and I was like, holy crap. I was laughing, though, because remember how we had that really steep ramp where we were talking about how we wanted Bub to hit it with the wheelchair?
Oh, yeah.
I took a video of that and sent it to Villa. I was like, yo, we need to send Bub's ass to the moon with this fucking ramp.
Dude.
You would literally send his ass to the fucking moon. Like,
Or
with that
break
thing.
through the ceiling.
He would literally go straight up in the freaking air. But yeah, that's what brings me to Salt Lake City, my first time here. And it's like, Salt Lake City is pretty freaking cool. Like looking around, it's like it's totally different scenery than Virginia.
Yeah.
For one, like
For
everything is like dried up here, like
Yeah.
because of the climate. I guess everything in Virginia is like very green.
Yeah, it's a lie.
And
Everything here is dead.
our mountains are like hills.
Me inside? No.
Yeah, me inside.
Our mountains are like hills compared to like these mountains in Salt Lake.
Yeah, like he
'Cause I
said it
lived
like
in both.
3 times. Like, man, I can't believe these mountains.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
whoa.
I can't believe these mountains, man.
I went to like an actual like
Right.
liquor like superstore today. I was like, what the hell? We got like a corner store for like liquor. Like,
Yeah,
we got like
that's fucking weird.
it's
But
like crazy.
I lived in Virginia for.
And I
6
know
months. It's way different, man.
I took you to you've been to Virginia several times, and I'll take you like down those back roads, like the hills and stuff.
Oh,
like,
dude, you freak me out every
you're
time.
Like, what
'cause
the fuck, dude? We're like hopping these hills. And I'm
Literally, we're going like fucking 50 on these roads that don't even have like separators for one lane,
Yeah.
for 2 lanes.
Jesus.
And they
Like-
don't have sidewalks, and you're just going up and down and sideways, just
And we're
up
like,
up and
Dude,
winding.
that's God's country, man.
And he's not
We're,
going
like, hopping.
like you feel like you want to go 35 at most on these roads, and he's just going like fucking highway speed, almost highway speed.
Yeah.
Maybe you are, dude.
like our
It's
heads
fucking-
are hitting the ceiling when I like hop the curves. I'm doing it all to be an asshole, like. 'cause-
But then he's on top of that, we'll text, and you're not doing that to be an asshole. And he's actually freaking me out. I'm like, dude,
Oh, man.
a car's gonna come down the corner that you're not gonna see.
and Kyler's like freaking out. I'm like, what, man? This is
And
just.
there's like these 1-lane bridges that you have to stop for.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
it's a
That's
whole nother
fucking
world
crazy.
like over there. And it's gonna sound dark, but like, imagine being in a fucking Porsche going 140 drunk.
Oh, man.
Ryan, dude.
Oh, man.
Those are how. No, I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that to be fucked up, but like you're
Yeah,
like
for
we're
real.
sober,
It's the same exact
going 40 or whatever.
Pennsylvania's bad, right?
So imagine going like 140
Yeah,
in a
it's
port
insane.
drunk. Like those roads are just like that. Because I remember driving with
Dude,
Hob
if
in his
I-
Volkswagen.
The-
Drunk driving 20
Pennsylvania roads are terrible.
Oh yeah, they're kind of like that. I
Yeah.
remember with Hob, dude, he freaked me out too. He's even more reckless than you.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause he's
yeah.
in his Volkswagen that like shifts.
Yeah, you'll be
You're in your little trash car.
you'll be like
His car sucks. Every time he picks me up from the airport, I think it's gonna break down.
It's got a new problem.
It does. It literally does. And there's
I would like refuse to have like a car payment bill. I'm like I'm not having that bill. Like I got rent, I got this, I got that.
I've
I
been
will drive
fucked
a
over
beater
with
car.
Shit. I pay more car shit than I do.
I'm not really like possessive in that sense. Like I don't really care about like possession. Like,
Well,
a
no,
car,
me-
I'm like,
I
it
wish
gets you
I
to
would've-
point A to point B. That's it.
I really wish I would have got a cheaper car.
Yeah.
Because I smashed my only way to get to work in 2015 when I did that yoga ball stunt when I got hit by it.
I
That was my
fucking
actual
love
daily
that.
driver.
That happened to me too with
Yeah.
the original Maserati Mirage, the Mitsubishi Mirage. We call it the Miragerati. But yeah, that we literally you broke my goddamn windshield twice.
I know, twice.
You broke the back windshield.
You're
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
infamous for that.
And then
Okay,
you
wait.
broke my front windshield.
Wait, that
on
green
my
one?
real-
The
Yeah,
green one?
the green
That
one.
was your
That was
daily-
our daily
I
car.
remember
Me
that.
and Brad drove
Okay,
to work.
Brad fucked up your windshield because he flying
Oh,
kneed
yeah.
into the top
Yeah.
of the windshield and
That was-
completely dented it with his knees, like the
Yeah.
metal part.
Yeah, I'm clearly,
Like, it
I'm
was
clearly
fucked.
joking. Like I
Oh, I know.
allowed him to do that. Both
Oh, I
of you
know.
guys.
My head, if I wasn't
I
wearing
can't
a
believe
helmet,
that. I know.
dude. My head is the one that
I
broke
know.
that back windshield, and if like I wasn't wearing a helmet, I would have been fucked.
Yeah, you.
And I didn't even actually hit the glass; it hit the top of the metal,
Damn.
which shattered the glass.
Yeah.
That's how hard.
Fuck,
And I remember,
Jesus.
I remember I wasn't gonna wear a helmet, and this is what Scott said to me: like, should I wear a helmet or should I not? And he just does this to me. Acted like he was a retard. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You didn't even have to say anything to me. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be a vegetable. Like, I should wear a helmet. Like, I feel like that's enough convincing
Yeah.
to somebody to be like, do
That's-
you want to be like that? No, wear a
That's-
fucking helmet.
That's funny because like when I jumped through that windshield, the back windshield, my head hit the top of the thing too. It like rocked me really bad.
Oh yeah.
And Scott was actually egging me on that. He was like doing the reverse of what he did to you.
To not wear a helmet.
No, he was like, "Come on, pussy, jump harder." And I jumped twice on this thing. And I'm like thinking, like, I'm 200 pounds. I'm gonna bust this windshield, no problem. He's like, "You ain't gonna break it. You ain't gonna break it." I'm like, "Oh yeah, here's a fucking frog splash." Boom, busted it. But I hit my head and it busted through his windshield.
He's jumping through a back wind, like not
Yeah.
the front, so the back it's all tempered and it's
Yeah.
like a lot like stronger glass.
Yeah,
And he does it twice. Where he
Twice.
bodies it off this like
bodies
8-foot
it,
shit.
like
shot.
shoulders it,
Damn.
fully
And
shoulders
it
it.
just doesn't.
Then third time, Scott's talking
Dude.
shit. Scott's the guy. We keep throwing his name out. He's the guy
Well, that's
whose
not his
land.
real name anyway.
Yeah, we film on his land. That's who's like. Big shout out to Scott because our wrestling
Dude,
ring
none of the
is there.
stunts,
Where
none of the
our
stunts
stuff-
I filmed with you would have
Yeah.
ever happened.
Yeah, if it wasn't for
I
Scott,
would never have been able to
What the
backflip over a
fuck?
car.
That dude's
Where'd
a
that
legend.
nickname come from?
His last name's Scudder.
Okay.
John
Oh, okay.
Scudder, but yeah.
Well, just drop his full name.
he don't. It don't matter.
Dude, I remember he was so like bummed if I was filming his face because he didn't want anybody to see his face. And he
Really?
just dropped his
Nobody-
full name. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like,
Nobody
I didn't
listens
think-
to
I didn't
this.
think-
a couple
Yeah.
people listen
Dude,
to
you
it.
get way more views than I do on YouTube with my podcast.
Like, no
But
one's
anyway,
Googling
it doesn't
this.
matter, dude. On our second podcast, I name dropped like 5 people within the first 2 minutes,
Oh, yeah.
and I
You know
name
what's
dropped
funny?
about fucking one of them.
Oh Lord.
So
Yeah.
like, yeah. So
So
it's
we-
like,
you're like
We
the gang of
just
the podcast.
dropped a handful of these. And so my girlfriend's sister, you've met her, Nevada. You might have met her, seen her, I don't know.
as we name drop some more,
I don't give a fuck. Nobody.
called the
that's
Name
other
Drop
last-
Podcast.
She was listening to him, and because she was like, she's been hounding me like
Oh yeah,
for months about like
Literally.
releasing them.
ever since we
What are you
filmed,
releasing?
ever since we recorded the first podcast,
Yeah,
she's
she's
wanted
been
to listen.
fucking
Yeah, I didn't even know
So,
about
like-
y'all's podcast till like real recently.
Yeah, we recorded
Well,
it.
we've
We started
recorded
record-
forever.
You didn't even
It's been
talk about it
since
when you were in my
April.
house.
Oh no, yeah, it's just been like
It's been since-
it's almost like a weird hobby that we like to
When the
do.
fuck
Yeah.
did this come about?
We started doing it in April this year.
Yeah,
But
I
we
was like-
finally released a handful of them, and she listened to the first one, then listened to the second one, and had to stop because we were talking too much about coming. She was like, I was uncomfortable. I
Oh,
had to
speaking
stop
of
listening.
coming, JJ, I'm just kidding.
What?
No, Ree's gonna hear this. No, I'm just kidding.
Get the
I'm
fuck
gonna
outta
stop.
Yeah, you were talking about your bending and not being able to
almost too
come
much.
with Whiskey Dick.
Dude,
And
crazy.
we went on for like 12 minutes, and she's like, I had to stop.
That's a long time.
I had a slight conversation
Whiskey
with
now.
Crazy Mike about Whiskey Dick when that one night when he was trying to force a bukkake on you know who, and he was trying to get
Jesus.
everybody to bukkake this
I've
chick,
actually heard this story.
and
Yeah, it's a wild one.
well then we were talking. I'm like, dude, honestly, I'm not even into it. I've been drinking. I probably won't even be able to get it up. You know, I've been drinking too much. He's like, that's not what Whiskey Dick does. Whiskey Dick doesn't let you come. And I'm thinking, it also sometimes doesn't let you get it up, which
Yeah.
is true. Whiskey Dick is both things. Sometimes you can't get it
Whiskey
up,
dick.
and sometimes you get it up and you can't come. But he's like so adamant about like that I
Which
was
is
wrong.
like the most
Like,
important part to a bukkake.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't matter how you can get hard as a fucking diamond. You need to fucking show some results.
being
That's
able to
what a
come.
bukkake is.
Yeah, I know, right? So either or, like be able to
Yeah.
get it up at all, and then be able to come.
Yeah. You can
And-
be the hardest dude in the room. That doesn't matter.
At first, we actually had a full. It was funny. We had a full crew of people, but nobody was down except Mike and our friend Bub. He
Oh
fully
my
dropped the trowel and
God.
was just sitting there.
I
And I'm
could
like,
never be in a bukkake.
dude, we had like
This is
we
my
had like
chance,
dude, we had like 6 guys there, and nobody was dropping trowel or trying to. And I was like under the pants, maybe trying to entertain the idea. I was just trying to wake the little
Is
guy
your
up.
Dick named the idea.
Yeah. Dude, I was
entertaining.
I was trying to
the idea.
entertain I was trying to entertain him. And it wasn't going to happen. I knew from the get-go. I'm like, I'm not going to be, even if I wanted to, it wasn't going to happen. I'm like, the only way it would work is if she started like sucking us off and like jerking us or doing something or get naked or do anything,
Yeah.
but she was fully clothed. And I was telling everybody, like, what are we just going to look at each other and get hard and jerk off?
Yeah, that's
And then
awkward.
all of a sudden come on this fully
Fucking
clothed
awkward.
girl without her touching our dicks? That's not happening.
I want to know where this idea like came about.
Okay, the idea
Crazy Mike,
the idea
probably.
happened because he jokingly was like, "Yeah, we wanted bukkake," and she's like, "Yeah," and then me and him look at each other like, "All right, let's do it." And then like we're kind of joking some more, and then he brought it up again. He's like, "So what about that bukkake?" And then she kind of like slowly was like, "Oh yeah, I guess." And like, and then it went to like her not, and then Crazy Mike's, "You said it. You said you're down. Like you come on. You can't say you're down and then not. Come on, Kyler." I was like, he totally thought I was
Jesus,
behind it the
man.
whole time,
That
and then
whole
deep down I wasn't.
situation. That whole situation
sex
man
slave,
sounds
bro.
fucking gayer than getting a tit job from a fucking trans lady, dude. That's so gay to just jerk off in a room with 5 dudes.
and then I think
and one
after,
chick.
and then
a little
slowly
weird.
everybody started going to like leaving. Like one of my friends had a girlfriend. He's like, I can't be here. He, was, no, he said, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Weed Whacker. He was like, I'd be down if it was just a bukkake and she didn't get naked and touch my dick. I'd be down to jerk off on her face, but you know, I just had to get out of that situation. You know, I have a girlfriend, and at the time, I had a girlfriend too, who wasn't really even my girlfriend. She was just ghosting me like the whole time. But anyway, it almost, I feel like maybe a 3-way definitely could have happened. And then Bub walked into the bus, and she was literally was like, I don't mind anybody, but just not Bub. You know, I've known you for so long, and you're just weird. Like, get out of the bus. Like, she kicked him out, and then Crazy Mike's like, I'm sorry, dude. I'd love to have you in this, but you hurt her. You got to get out, man.
God.
For the boy, you know, you can't.
Bob was like, "This is my big
And he
chance."
was sitting there with his pants down. He's just sitting there like
my
staring into space
God.
with his dick out.
What a
Like,
story.
and then he got kicked out. And I don't know if this is also the TMI podcast, but what ended up happening was like she was making out with me while she was jerking Crazy Mike off, and then started jerking me off while making out. And then all of a sudden, B-Rad starts like rubbing my thigh. He was laying on the ground, like he was trying to. He was jerking off, and I would just see his hand come over, and at first he would kind of touch
The chick.
the chick's thigh, and then I'm like, what the fuck?
So then Loki, he just like went over to you.
So then
Like-
I was closer to him.
I've never heard
And
that.
so
And
Brad-
then the
Brad-
next thing I know, we were just jerking each other off.
Listen. So it's me, Mike, and you know who? I feel like I don't want to say her name. I just don't want to say her name. So we're standing up, and this is all happening. It's like kind of semi-ski pole and make-out sesh. And Brad's next to us on that bed, in Crazy Mike's bed. And then fucking Jimmy's in the very back of the bus just sitting down watching everything.
No way.
I swear to God. And then Crazy Mike's like, they're asleep.
Jimmy
You told me
fucking
this
boy.
story last week. Never mentioned any of that shit.
Probably
I promise
scarred.
you. No.
You probably scarred
What
Jimmy
the
Boy.
No, Jimmy, and then he's like, they're asleep, and I'd look, and then like Brad would be pretending to sleep, and Jimmy would be in the back pretending to sleep, and I'd look, and you like open one eye, and she's like, they're not asleep. Do you think I'm stupid? No, they're not asleep. He's like, no, they're asleep. Come on, just do this. Come on. And then, like I said, the thigh thing, and I was going with it. And I was trying to get in the mood, and I started to a little bit, and I would see all of a sudden in a peripheral, I kept seeing Brad's like arm come over and like kind of feel it brush, and then one time, which made me leave when I was done, his arm fully was like caressing my thigh, his hand. I was like, okay, we're done, Brad, stop. This is too much. And then we left, and we were like, well, let's go into our hotel room. Maybe all the boys aren't in there. Maybe they're asleep. We can make it work. Maybe there's an open bed. We're going on the ground. Do something. We go in there, and there's, I think, 5 or 6 people like already in our fucking hotel room, and we were gonna try to go in the bathroom, and then Noah wakes up and he's like, what's going on? It's like in the middle of the night, and I'm like, okay, we're going to bed. And they tried to do something in our bathroom, and I think they ended up going back to the bus, and they fucked while Brad and Jimmy pretended to sleep. They totally were watching the whole thing, and like we're just acting like they were asleep.
That's, That's an interesting gathering story.
Dude.
That was like the first night before we even stunted.
Wait.
That was before the first night of stunts. That was like right when we got to the
Honestly,
hotel room.
if you said anything less, I would have judged you because it's the gathering, man.
Yeah, the gathering.
And I felt super awful.
I want to turn over that the first night, the really raunchy like first night footage to Degenerate, and like just
that's what I thought you were gonna do.
I am. I'm still going to. No, I'm still going to do that. Like I use yours as like a highlight package type thing, like as an intro almost. But I want Degenerate to dissect that and like add his own little creative twist. I was like, you can have full creative control of that. So like,
he said he was down. He's waiting for you to send the footage.
Yeah, I know. I gotta send it to him.
And you're fucking known for like taking months to send footage, dude.
We have questions though, yeah.
Maybe
Let's
a couple.
Let's see if there's any good.
Procrastinating on that footage.
Let's
But
see if
yeah,
we got anything.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Right before we're starting the podcast, this girl who actually lives in South Jordan, her Instagram's CKY Clam.
What?
I think she's an older lady, or like in her 40s maybe.
If she's not, dude, she's so pissed.
But she's whatever, and I don't know if she's actually listening to the podcast, but she keeps.
We'll just fucking edit
That's what she
it,
said.
And it'll be like, I think she's like 28.
No, that's what she said. She's like, still want to be a part of the podcast. LOL, LOL. An old school.
But she doesn't listen to the podcast.
An old school perspective of CKY vids versus your guys' stuff. LOL. I'm herb friendly. Haha. Another message. Let me in. Haha. Another message. But on a serious tip, love watching y'all's vids. Just fucking with you about letting me in. LOL. But she said before, like last week or the week before, she said, well, I want to be on the podcast. So I don't know who you are.
Can you see her?
Like, just because you like CKY, like, that's amazing. And I'm stoked if you're listening. Like, I'm really glad that you like our videos. But
yeah, a lot of people come all
walks
of life
I'm not gonna
at you like, hey man, I want to be a part of this. And then,
but it's like it would be so weird to have this lady.
Just a random person. She's wearing a hat.
Like that's cool that she loves CKY and loves our videos, but like, never one
keep
random
being a viewer,
person.
but like
stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, baby.
Stay in your lane.
All right, let me see the questions. Like I said, I don't even know if we got.
I mean, if we got him,
we almost finished this bottle though. About
halfway. It's like halfway, dude.
3/4, maybe. Yeah. At least halfway, yeah.
Probably we did get a decent handful of questions. Not like we didn't get as many as last time. Or same on Instagram.
What time are we wanting to kill it?
How big is Batista?
I would say like no longer than 2. Where are we at now?
116.
We're at 116.
Okay, I would say no longer than 2 hours.
It feels like longer.
I'm down.
But we'll go until it's like
I
until it
remember,
feels dead.
I don't want to like get too specific about it. You said something about like we can't post on certain things if it's over a certain amount of time.
Well, you can, but you have to pay for
You have to
bandwidth.
pay for it.
Okay, what's that time limit though?
Well, I mean, you could post. It's not based on time limit. It's based on memory space.
Bandwidth.
Okay. Hey, who gives
Nah,
a shit?
dude,
We're
YouTubing it for now anyway.
Yeah,
so
if
fuck
we're
it.
doing YouTube, we'll
You're
fuck it. 7 hours. Let's go.
All right.
Exactly.
So from my buddy _Luficer _ not to be mistaken for Lucifer, but it's Luficer.
I like that. That's very punny.
Okay. Well, all he said was, "I would love to do a podcast with you, homie," and I'd be down to do one with him. He's an old friend.
I was about to tell him to go.
Like
fuck
I know
himself.
who he is. He's a longtime friend. I haven't seen him for a long time.
Yeah, maybe down the line. Who is he? Do I know him?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Maybe.
Alright.
I grew up skating with him. Okay,
Cool.
from Swish143.
I know exactly who that is. Yeah, even before you.
Yeah.
I knew who that was.
Oh god, this is like argument that we've had in the past. But she said, and with you too. In the movie.
5 inches, you fucking liar.
No. Oh my god, shut up. She said, in the movie Shutter Island. It's Teddy, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Is that the person who fucking brought this up to you?
When we
Oh
started,
my God, this
the
fucking
girl, yeah, she's like, is Teddy, Leonardo DiCaprio, sane or insane? What is the end conclusion?
Motherfucker, he's insane.
He's insane
It's
the
so clear at the end of the movie.
Yeah, she thought he was sane the whole time, that he was right and that they were fucking with him, trying to drug him. He went there because he was insane.
He
because,
killed his kids.
No, he didn't. His wife killed his kids, and then
he
she
killed her.
No,
I don't
wait.
remember this movie.
No, did he kill her or his
I
wife?
haven't seen the movie in like 8 years.
I
so
want to
don't
say his wife killed his kids, and then
he
either he killed the wife or she killed herself.
I think
he might have killed her. I think that seems more reasonable.
I think he killed her.
And then
I haven't seen this movie since I was like 13.
Either way, he was a detective. Yes, he was a full detective like he was when he was in the Shutter Island, but he was actually a patient, and they were trying to like let him do his thing to like see if he could snap out of it.
Definitely insane.
But he was insane the whole
He's
time,
insane.
and they were trying to make him seem like he wasn't, and like, they're trying to like play along.
Isn't the end of the movie he's going to get lobotomized?
Yes, but the
Yeah.
very before that, he comes out of it. He snaps out of it, and he's like, he realized, oh yeah, my wife did kill my kids, and I can't remember if she killed herself or if he killed her.
Yeah, but
Either way,
he goes
he went insane.
back into the fantasy.
And then he's like, yeah, he's like, you know, these guys. And then at the very end, he's like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna let these guys trick me or whatever. He's like, fuck these guys. And then they're like, oh, it didn't work. We thought it worked, it didn't work. Time to lobotomize this
Yeah.
I
bitch.
mean, like the
Isn't
whole basis
Mark
of
Ruffalo not even his partner? He works there, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
worked. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
because I mean, like
It's
the
clear he's fucking insane.
the whole basis of
he never was his partner, was he?
I don't fucking know. But the whole basis of a detective in a fucking insane asylum makes zero fucking sense.
Yeah.
Well,
like-
look, the detective was there to find a missing
Isn't it-
patient,
Yeah.
but he was the missing patient the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Exactly.
weird that that was a Martin Scorsese movie?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
It
such a
definitely seems
fucking good
left
movie, dude.
field for
And it's
him.
just a straight rip off from Lazarus Project. Yeah.
Never seen that.
It's
Dude,
with
but
fucking
Shutter
Paul
Island's
Walker.
Shutter Island's a great movie though.
It's
Like,
a rip off from Lazarus Project.
dude, everything's a
Really?
rip off
I've
of
never
everybody.
heard that.
Fuck you. We're a rip off of Jackass.
Have you seen?
Oh.
Have you seen Martin Scorsese's newest movie?
No.
No.
Getting put on
I kid.
Netflix.
I think the last Scorsese movie I've seen was Hugo.
Oh, I forgot.
I remember
about
reading
one.
that in elementary and not actually reading it, but
I read that, yeah, but no, he's doing. I think it's called The Irishman, and Joe Pesci's back in it. It's
Oh.
Joe Pesci and De Niro
Really?
are both back in this movie called The Irishman, and they're putting it on Netflix.
That's gonna suck so hard.
those guys are too
No,
old.
it looks super
but
fucking good. And now, like, so they dropped a trailer really recently because like nobody wanted it, so they put it on Netflix.
we pretty much have only 2 real questions left, but go on.
Anyway, so they put it on Netflix, and now so many people are trying to steal rights from them so they could get it in theaters.
Last call for alcohol.
Is it the last call? You trying to save this for tomorrow?
I'm saying when it was out, really.
Yeah, like we're calling.
Maybe another round.
No,
Anyway,
I'm good. So.
on that note,
Yeah, Damon needs to take it easy.
boy, what's the next question?
I feel like okay. The next question we
Taking it,
Oh,
taking
God.
it
I
easy.
can already smell
How big
that.
is
shit.
Dude, how
so
is
where
it
did that
Jesus
come
big?
from, by the way?
It's a wrestling thing. On all the shoot interviews with like all the wrestlers and stuff, they always ask that question. I don't know why, but it's like a troll thing.
Close to the mic.
it's like a troll thing.
Is it a troll because like he's known for having a small dick, or
No,
is he known for having a huge
apparently
dick?
he's got like a huge dick.
It's the
but,
same thing with Liam Neeson.
Yeah, they're
What?
like, how big is Batista's dick?
Wait,
And
does it
Wait,
always
whenever,
have
does he have
huge
a
cock?
big dick?
Yeah,
whenever they talk
like,
about questions, that's
Demi
like
Moore or
always like
something
the
said
top
he-
thing. How big is Batista's dick?
Do you know who has a huge fucking dick?
Who?
William Dafoe.
Yeah, I can see that.
He was in a movie
All
called
fucking-
The Antichrist.
Oh,
Where-
Willem Dafoe.
Did I say William?
Yeah.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe. In this movie called The Antichrist, they they paid for a stunt double who was a porn star because there was a shot where they needed to see his dick and they needed it to be like a monster dick. And so they're like, yeah, we got this stunt double for you, Willem, but like let's shoot it with you first. And Willem Dafoe's dick was bigger than the porn star's dick.
Fuck yeah.
It scared people.
Fuck
he whipped
yeah.
it out and then everyone was like, holy shit.
Dude, and he's a scary looking guy, so
Yeah.
the fact that he has a scary, huge
Dude,
cock.
all creepy dudes have big dicks. Like,
Monster.
I mean, you're pretty creepy and you have a huge cock.
it's not. It's not.
I'm
huge.
just kidding.
It's not huge.
I mean,
And I'm a
JJ
goddamn fucking teddy
I'm
bear,
creepy.
and I have
No,
a
I'm just
tiny
kidding.
penis.
Okay, but the question is, and I think we answered to this, but how did y'all get into stunts?
I feel like we have answered
The only thing that got me really into
the only people
stunts,
I don't think Blazer has answered that. You've answered it in previous podcasts,
yeah.
and we kind of mentioned it earlier
I'll
about the
briefly-
YouTube class.
Oh,
We
that.
talked
But
about
like,
yours.
what really got me into it was after Jackass 3.
Okay.
Like, I was obsessed with Jackass 3.
You were like Jackass 3 era.
I was Jackass 3 era. I was 15
crazy.
when Jackass 3 came out, and I was literally Tyler and I were like autistically obsessed with Jackass 3, like
You
so
have to be though.
so badly
Because
obsessed.
why would
with
you do it?
So badly obsessed with Jackass 3, but that's not what entirely inspired the stunts. What inspired the stunts was after Ryan Dunn passed away, they made that Ryan Dunn tribute with MTV. I was obsessed with that, and that was literally right after that tribute. I was fucking triggered to just go
Yeah.
all out. After it was just sad because it was after Ryan Dunn passed away. But like it was like almost his pass the torch to me to want to like keep it alive.
Yeah.
But I don't know about
Yeah, what about
you.
you?
What's your like
What's your
exactly.
origin story?
How did y'all get into stuff?
How did y'all?
How did I get into stunts? Because it seemed like the easiest way to get attention.
That's true.
At the very basis of my core,
I feel
that's why.
I feel like same in a way because, I mean, in the first thing I ever filmed was I found a shopping cart by the church by our house. And I was like, dude, push me into this pine tree real quick.
Yeah.
And we had that iPod Touch, and that was like one of the first things we filmed. Was like what I would call like a Blockheads video.
Damn, that was filming with a podcast. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, I was just obsessed with Jackass and that type of shit. I literally watched Viva La Bam with my dad for like 2 months straight, every single day, just from season 1 to season fucking 5, where it was 6
There was
or
5.
whatever.
Five.
Season 5, just every day going 1 through 5, 1 through 5, 1 through 5, and I'm just brainwashing myself like, yo, this is a cool thing I can do.
Not even you're inspiring yourself.
Yeah.
Not even
It's-
brainwashing.
It's brainwashing.
I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like kids have like been obsessed with that shit and not gone out and done it. Plenty of people,
Oh.
most people
Yeah.
actually.
Well, I think there's the aspect of you guys
A lot of
that do
people
that. But like,
avoid
what's
it.
your like quick how you got into stunts answer?
Not inspiration,
We've
but like how
got
you got.
into it.
I
We
like-
talked about
After
it.
I did it the first time, I realized it.
What'd you
like,
do the first? Like,
yeah.
what was your like thing that kind of somewhat triggered it?
when I put the firecracker in my butt.
And
probably.
that was just was that?
That was
just
probably
kinda
like my first. That was like my first like actual like where I called like, oh, I'm doing a stunt today, not just like a bicycle jump or like a skateboard hop or something like that. I was
And
like,
so it
oh,
started as those things,
I
but
was
then you
like,
progressed into
hey,
like,
Mephisto, put a
doing
fucking firecracker in my ass. Let's see what happens. Let's just take a chance here.
It's literally like the only
So
thing
was
you
it
can say to
literally
stuff. Let's
just
see what
a
happens.
progression of things you were doing?
Yeah, it was a
Led you to
progression of
stunts?
like skateboarding and
Yeah.
BMX and stuff. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, so
but I
you
wasn't very
fell
good at
into
it.
stunts without even
Yeah.
realizing you were really.
It
doing
gave me the
stunts?
same fix that
Okay.
like jumping a bike would.
Well, I
or
feel like a
something
lot of
that.
people who are into stunts are into that kind of thing. Like I was
Yeah.
into skateboarding, and I know you like skateboarding.
I like skateboarding,
You like,
but I
which
never
is,
got into
but
it.
still, like you're still into skateboarding. You just never did. And like
yeah, I
grew
played
up skating.
Pro Skater 3. Literally, I could like speed run that game for like 20 minutes. That was
Yeah.
how
God
obsessed I was with skateboarding.
I was.
Jesus.
I feel like I could have like, if there was like a wrestling school nearby, I probably could have gotten that.
Yeah.
If there was like a dirt bike, I could. If I could have afforded a dirt bike, I probably would have done dirt bike.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
just
it
stunts
was
were
just a-
easy. Stunts were easy
It
to
was
do.
an outlet.
It really is easy.
It was like a
not
homegrown. It's
easy
like
for-
Yeah, because
okay.
people have this misconception of like, how can you do it? It's like you can do it. Just
Yeah,
do it.
it's easy.
Like
you
literally
really-
anybody can do it. Not anybody can go skate or BMX or do this and that and the other. But stunts, literally anybody can do it. Climb up this fucking building right here and jump into this pine tree. You can do it. I'm not saying you should. And I'm saying you'll turn out as like well as some people have come out of it. Like like you might get more hurt.
Dude, lately I've been getting a huge people like asking of like what they should do to like start their career. I'm like, just for one, just do it, and also don't make a career. Just make
Yeah.
it for
It's
fun.
a hobby.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
for fun.
Just
make
If you
it
do
for
it to
fun.
be famous, if that's your initial reasons to be famous,
Yeah, not good idea.
I remember doing blow up guys. The producers before we started filming anything asked every single one of us and we had like a group of like 5 to 7 kids, and they asked us like, why do you do this? What's your like inspiration? Well, like, why do you do it? And everyone's like, oh, for fun. We just like doing it. Blah blah blah. Except our one friend Chase, who lives with us. Oh, I want to do it to be famous. And literally the producer was like, wrong answer. He literally told him, he's like, that's not what I wanted to do. Like, because that's that stuck with me forever. Like, that is the wrong answer. If, like, especially from beginning, like from when you're starting out, if your reason's, to be famous, I mean, cool. You want to be famous doing stunts. That's what you want to be known for. But
Dude,
that's your reasoning? Not because you want to have fun
Because
or
like,
like
honestly,
what you love.
me and you got Too Stupid to Die like years in the making. Like I was filming 10 years. You were filming like what, 8 years? 7 years. It was like it wasn't a goal.
A little before 7.
Like the fact that
6.5.
we're on a TV show, like I never thought that was gonna happen. It was just me having fun with my friends,
Yeah,
and
but
then
I
Zach
mean,
saw it.
It's putting in that work for that amount of time.
And
Get
were even
you
before
for
that,
like
too.
get you opportunities.
JJ's been even longer than
I
that.
know, right? Fucking OG right here.
The
like,
fact
for
that-
real.
And the fact that you've been going that long and you've been going just as hard or harder or just in a different way. You haven't like let up, like some bands they write like not as heavy riffs or like ease on like the lyrics,
Yeah.
they kind of like pussy out, like they fizzle.
Yeah, I feel like year by year, I'm like getting
You're
closer,
getting, like-
closer to the borderline.
How do you
Physics.
top yourself?
But
bro?
but he keeps. But JJ
Like, for
somehow.
real.
JJ somehow. Well, I think you just think of it differently. Like from what you started, the type of stunts till now, they like evolve and they
It's also
started
it
wrestling.
was a straight. That's why I like POR.
It's an
shit, 'cause,
evolution.
Like, it really is like starting from early POR to today. You can see the progression and like triumph of.
And it's just different stunts, but you do got to top yourself, or else it will just get boring, and it's almost like, what can you do? You don't want to write the same album over and over. You know, you don't want to do the same stunts over and over. I love jumping into trees and doing high falls, but you got to like add different elements to it. So that's why you like.
I've had this conversation with Bambos, my podcast partner, because he's the exact opposite. He doesn't feel like he wants to top himself until he has a following. And I'm like, I don't get that.
You're not going to get a
mindset.
following unless you try to top yourself.
Yeah.
And just do it for fun. Don't do it for the following. Are you fucking kidding me? When my YouTube
Well, he
channel,
does it for fun, but like he doesn't
Well,
want to
yeah.
like fuck himself up like majorly.
Yeah, well, nobody wants to fuck themselves up. It's just like how risk reward.
Yeah.
But like
He's looking for like more
a reason to do it. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, like I'm gonna
He's
wait
like,
till
oh, I have like more people now.
Yeah, I
now
don't respect
can.
people like that as much as I do people
Dude,
who just do.
the most subscribers I ever had over 7 years, 2,700 subscribers on YouTube. You're almost to 100 fucking thousand.
Oh my god!
And
Okay.
like I and
But
everybody.
that's years of grinding.
I know, but
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
like
you
have
NubTV
those
had
years.
NubTV literally started the same. Nub started their YouTube channel the same year I started my YouTube channel. Think about that.
Yeah.
They started early 2011. I started late 2011. They fucking blew up. And the once I saw them,
because they were nonstop topping themselves.
well, I know, but then they inspired me. I actually found out about Horse before Nub, and it was the Pokemon episode. But I found out about the Pokemon episode through the horse.
That's nuts.
They call me Blastoise. That episode in 2011, or it might have been early 2012, is what fucking inspired me to really go ham.
Around the time.
Oh man, that was 2012, huh? Because I remember NubTV when they were first on the joint, and they messaged me because they saw me in the homegrown stunt Facebook group. They were like, "Hey, we do stunts." And I looked at it. I was like, "Holy fuck!
Yeah,
These
dude.
guys are breaking. They're breaking the wheel
Nub-
and making their own."
Yeah, no, they literally are the most like they're so original with their shit and like their camera quality, their skits, the whole like structure of some of their videos and stunts are fuck.
That's been too. Been great.
Yeah, dude, like they all are masterminds of their own.
They
too.
really are
Yeah.
the Beatles in the stunt group because
I
the
had-
Beatles on their own suck. Beatles together is fucking amazing.
I can agree with that, dude. They're
Yeah.
like, I mean, I don't know if you can agree, JJ, but they're fucking the things that they would build and go through and like the like skits and like the setup for like episodes, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and that. You know, like they put so much production into their shit. And I know they did live shows with you during Bikes and Babes.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're cool guys too. Like I really like this them as people as well, which like goes a long way because like sometimes you can like, you know,
Be an asshole.
yeah, you could like their stunts and stuff, and then the guy's like a total
Dude,
dickhead. But
okay,
like they're like the nicest fucking guys
So
in
what's
the world.
this? What's this last
One
question?
more thing, and I was gonna
Go
say,
for
but
it.
like a misconception I had, it was kind of their fault that I had from you guys, like a weird, like the reason why I didn't film with you guys at the very beginning when you asked me was kind of because of Nub. They weren't really dissing on you, but they were kind of dissing on Cutbone and saying that he was like a freak and shit.
He
and
is
like-
a freak.
And they're like, you're gonna go film with that guy? You're gonna go film with those guys? Those guys are fucked up, dude. And they're almost like trying to like stray me away from going to film with you guys. So then I kind of took that to heart because I looked up to them. So that made me not want to film with you guys at the beginning. And then when I did and met you, I'm like, oh my god, these guys are fucking chill as hell.
yeah,
But
yeah. There's a lot of guys in our group that
so I actually thought there was a
are
beef.
freaks though.
I thought there was a beef. I thought Nub hated you guys, and then once I met you and I realized you guys would collab, or like you would film with at their house, and then you guys did Bikes and Babes together. Like you guys were chill. I didn't realize that. And when I was younger, I thought Bam hated Tony Hawk because of this one skit where Bam was like, "I'm in the same boat as Tony Hawk. This is too much." And he fucking jumps out of the boat. But I thought it's because he hated Tony Hawk. But it was like he was so like starstruck that he was in the same boat as Tony
I
Hawk.
take that as a compliment, like what Nub said to you there. Like I don't really take that as like an insult. Like what they said to you, that's kind of like that's pretty cool.
That's also POR style. And
Yeah, it's
especially
like-
early, you were just trying to be fucked up as possible.
Yeah, we're like infamous. I think
You
Like,
are
we're,
infamous.
Like you know.
There's
you're
a
on
reason
the way.
why when you type in homegrown stunts, POR is like one of the first three. that
Yeah.
come up.
You know, it's funny when they type in Khyler Vick, your channel pops up because like videos you've made of me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because you're. But anyway, last question from Comical D, aka Damn Idiots. But Damn Idiots changed their fucking. I don't think Damn Idiots is a stunt crew anymore. You know who Damn Idiots were?
I've
They're
heard
that
of them.
little kid. They're like 15, 14.
Yeah, I've
I think
heard
they're
of
like 14-year-old kids. And
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw something in them, and no offense, dude, if you're actually listening, but you guys have kind of strayed away from your roots already.
Dude, they're doing fucking Instagram skits.
You're going too far into the Instagram and like playing into that rather than doing your own thing. Because at first you guys were killing it, and that's why.
Well,
I gave
like,
you
what
a
are they
shout out.
doing on Instagram?
Too many like talking like skits and like set up
Yeah,
to like a really mild stuff.
Because I feel like Instagram could definitely be a huge platform for homegrown stunts.
No, it is. It could be.
Until Instagram was like, "Fuck you."
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
actually,
Now they're
Instagram-
taking down a whole bunch
Instagram
of your
actually-
shit. Even.
Instagram hates homegrown stunts, and they want to play into
The
people.
internet hates homegrown.
Until you
Yeah.
get too big.
Once you get too big, they just rip your shit off the internet.
Yeah.
They hate it
You can
They
ride
take-
like
yeah,
that
I mean,
line
what
for a
they
long
took-
time.
You
That's
filming
why-
that one dude's dick the
all
other
day. All day I was filming his dick, but like my account got threatened to be deleted because I was posting too many like videos of his dick on my story, and I'd like halfway blur it out, but you could still see it.
Weren't they about to get sold to somebody else other than Facebook? Wasn't Facebook just about to sell Instagram?
I don't know.
I
but
really hope they fucking
Zuckerberg.
do, so that it'll stop being so
there's-
goddamn.
like I wish Instagram was
stringent.
like Twitter, where you could post anything on Twitter, pretty
Yeah.
much. You just do that on Instagram. That'd
Man,
be so much
YouTube's the
cooler.
worst, man. YouTube used to be like the
YouTube's
hub
fucking-
for like homegrown
and now
stunts.
they're like-
It's like all it was back in the day.
Fucking Nazi.
Dude, I know,
Break.com and all that, like that, but they all fell off. Like, you know, like
Is that
I
real
can
fucked
see
up
why. Like I know Break fell off basically because of the Crazy Mike incident. Like with homegrown
Yeah.
stunts, they kind of took a new approach. Like, holy shit, maybe
one?
we
It
don't know how
definitely
to do
needs
this
to be
anymore.
a new video.
Glorify
platform.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously.
exactly.
They
Yeah,
can't,
Like
though.
somebody needs to
that is
come
a
up
big
now
that is
and,
a big
like,
talking point.
fix all the problems YouTube's doing and then make their own video.
In all
service, and it'll
seriousness,
blow up.
Pornhub is making like their own version of YouTube.
They should.
Yeah.
They would
it's
fucking.
People tell me that
Kill
all the
it.
time. Just upload your videos to
Pornhub.
Pornhub.
Really, though?
I'm like, really? Are you gonna click on it and go to Pornhub to watch my
I could-
Pornhub?
Do you know
Call it
what
something
my
else.
favorite fucking thing on
Pornhub should buy something
is
else
right
that's
now?
not called Pornhub.
You know what
Yeah.
my favorite thing on Pornhub is right now, and it's not like it's not porn at all. It's that one dude who keeps memeing shit,
Yeah.
Oh,
where
yeah.
he's like takes the opposite of porn, where he's like, I helped my stepsister move out.
Yeah,
like,
he's
and he's
upload-
just a really like
Just super
honest,
wholesome.
wholesome guy.
Yeah.
And
No,
he's
like-
like, or I help, like my stepsister puts me to sleep and reads me a book. Like it's
Super
really
fucking wild.
wholesome shit.
Like Bub's nut ripping stunt could easily go on Pornhub. Like, no
Oh, yeah.
problem.
You
I
can
think they
like
should.
It's like
I think it
gore
would
porn.
kill
Anyway.
YouTube if they did that.
this last question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Has there been a stunt where you truly didn't want to do it, but the cameras made you? Well, I already know what that one is, and I've talked about it a million times. But
let's
I
just
want to
say
hear
real-
you guys go first.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there a stunt?
Like you truly didn't want to, but like either the cameras or the people or both were like, and you're like, fuck it.
Jumping off out of the barn for Too Stupid. I wish you'll never see ever because
So,
it never made the cut.
There's
but
this huge barn that we had on set for Too Stupid,
Yeah.
I'm deathly afraid of heights.
and it was easily close to like how tall Suicide Rock was,
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
but not a sketchy setup.
It wasn't a sketchy setup, but it was.
It was like
tall.
actually like super
Like
professional.
when I'm
What
on
did
the
you say?
edge,
Yeah.
everybody is like tiny.
That's what I'm saying. It was close, easily close
What'd you
to being
jump
as-
into?
just boxes, but like the box setup was like perfect box setup, like Hollywood style.
But
Like,
I almost missed.
Yeah. yeah, and I mean, like the box catcher was close to you, but you still shouldn't have been that close to missing. I mean, I get how you almost missed, but still shouldn't have.
I literally didn't jump off far either. I went
I know.
like.
But you also don't jump off high shit, so you didn't really like
Yeah.
calculate at all. That's why I like doing headers, because you can aim
Yeah.
with your head like where you're gonna go, but you just jumped, and it was literally like the box catcher was probably like 15 feet long, probably
Mhm.
right, 7 feet high, and like fucking 10 feet.
Yeah, it
8
was
feet.
a
Like,
legit
it was a
box
huge,
catcher.
good Hollywood box catcher. And this
Yeah.
jump was huge. It didn't take away from the jump because it it was still high, but you had a
Yeah.
huge box catcher.
It didn't air?
And
No.
it never, because what was supposed to happen?
Is there a
and
lot of
any-
stunts like that didn't air?
Yeah, there is.
There's an entire different show that didn't air.
But there's this when he jumped, he hit the last two boxes and was
Yeah.
like on the very edge.
Oh,
And
shit.
he just jumped
Yeah.
onto his ass. And,
Ah.
but he was fine though. Like it didn't hurt you at all.
The
but,
reason
like,
why it didn't
he
air
almost
because of the
cleared
bit was I was supposed to get underwear ripped out of my.
it was supposed to be a
shorts.
bungee wedgie. So we had like a huge lift that had wires connected to his underwear. And we're supposed to do like a
He
wedgie
just
when he
fell
jumped out.
basically, huh?
Yeah,
He
I
did-
felt and the underwear didn't come out, so that's why it didn't air.
Oh shit.
Then and so that's why, and it was still a cool jump. They should have just did. They used your jump as like quick filler, like
yeah, it's like a
there's
half a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You
that's
can if you
fucking
if you see it close, you can see it in transition shots. What about you? Any stunt, in particular where you absolutely didn't want to fucking do it, but people were there, the cameras were there, you're ready to roll, and you're like, fuck it, I gotta do it?
People motivate me definitely to like.
But what
do
about
stunts.
in particular? This question is, but cameras made you.
Yeah, like
Cameras
were
made me-
not about this stunt whatsoever, but the cameras were rolling, and you didn't want to waste this footage.
I don't necessarily think so.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always been like in my like I've always thought like the stunts I've done like I can like visualization is a huge part of like,
100%.
what I do. Like I gotta see myself doing it first. Like that's kind of like the beauty of PORs. I always feel like I had like a guy that was picture perfect for like certain stunts. You know, like fireworks stunts. You know, you name it type thing. Like cut bone headshots, mini nut shots. Like I always saw us doing it before I even thought about it.
So
but
like
like
any stunt you did, you could see yourself doing it.
yeah, I got a pretty like strong will. I'm not gonna like give in to like peer pressure too heavily. But one that does come to mind though that just kind of was like fuck it whatever was when I was on that roof when you jumped off and you're like do it dude.
Oh yeah.
Up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the bush jump.
It was like a 20-foot
jump,
roof
yeah.
into the bush and I was like. Yeah,
You
you're
were-
probably right. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll
you
do
were only
it.
up there to film, and that was
Yeah.
But I do that to everybody. I'm like, come on, you jump now.
I
Dude, this is
literally-
fun. Like I was fine. You should be fine. You were.
I
But
literally had no intentions of doing that stunt when I went up there, only to film it because everyone else was too scared to step on the roof, like to film it. So I got up there and I was like, fuck it,
you
whatever.
and Villa got up there, but you were closer.
Yeah,
to
Bella
me.
was like, fuck this shit, man. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty fucking high. And then you're like, do it, dude. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Let's do it. And I jumped. But
It took you a minute too, kind of. To like,
yeah, I
get
was like,
there.
oh shit, yeah, this is pretty high. But yeah, I've always like thinking things out. Like when I have a stunt in mind that I'm about to do, like it's very premeditated. Like I think about it like very like in deep like thought. Like I'm like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to do this, and like
I mean,
sometimes I like think of a stunt. I'm like, fuck, all right, well, whatever happens, happens. Like
dude, I've
R.I.P.
had that too.
R.I.P. If I die, die,
Do
whatever.
you know what stunt like that comes to mind that you've had that feeling? Because I think that's what this is kind of talking about.
Yeah, when I've had that feeling, you kind of like it's weird how like
I feel like a lot of stunts are like that, right? You
yeah, it's
just kinda
weird
just
because
do
I got
it.
to a sense I'm like, well, what could go wrong outweighs what could go right, and luckily I haven't like suffered any major injuries or anything like that. When I had that bowling ball, when I got that bowling ball dropped in my nuts with the glass cup,
Oh my god.
I thought like I was gonna be completely fine, but looking back, I'm like, holy fuck, I could have got really fucked up. But a lot of my stunts, I think I go into like a little too naive.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
beauty of stunts.
That's
when
what you
first,
need.
Like
Yeah,
when you
you
first
need
start
it.
doing stunts, because like once you go, the years you keep going doing stunts, you experience it all, and then you know what's gonna happen. So then even if you go to do that stunt, it's not gonna turn out as cool as if a newbie was gonna do it, because you might roll out of it too perfectly, or you just won't do it at all because you know what's about to happen. But so some other naive dude comes in, you're like, yeah, go get pepper sprayed, it's fine, and then it's not fine because being pepper sprayed sucks. Or like, just do the shopping cart, you'll be fine. Oh, I've never done a shopping cart in my life. They end up getting murked, even though shopping carts are easy. But if we threw Caden in a shopping cart, or like, Caden, go do a tree jump right now, you're probably gonna get
Go fuck yourself.
When I
no, like, I mean, you know what I mean? Because like you're not used to like anything like that, so it would be totally different than if we were to do it.
Yeah, because we all three have like a weird knowledge of pain that
Yeah.
nobody else has.
Pain and like what to expect with that stun.
When I jumped the bike in the lake on fire, I kept like replaying like the Dudson incident where he lands on the bike and breaks his leg. I was like, if I break my leg, I break my leg. like I had negative thoughts going into that.
That's another thing with stunts. You have to accept your fate,
Yeah,
whether
you
it's good or
accept
bad.
it.
You have to accept your
You
fate.
accept it.
You can't just say, you almost black out in a way. Like you either you just have to commit, and which helps with the 1, 2, 3 go.
Yeah.
Steve-O does that, but like a lot of people do that. Like you just have to count. Like, okay, I'm gonna do it now, or I'm never gonna do it. So the only stunt, and this is the stunt I was gonna say that I've ever felt this way ever, where
Backflip?
no, dude, okay. The backflip over the car, we thought of like 5 months before I did it.
Yeah,
And
like,
literally,
oh, God.
almost every night before we went and filmed this, when we thought about it, every night I'd go to bed, and before the first thing I'd think of when I'd go to sleep, or the last thing I'd think of before falling asleep, was doing the backflip over the car. But it'd be mixed. It'd be me backflipping, landing, celebrating, and then be me
You think
backflipping,
about both.
landing on the car and
Yep.
breaking my neck, or be backflipping, landing, and then the
Yeah.
car running me over. You know, like I'd think of the most fucked up outcomes, and then me dying, or just being paralyzed, or me landing it and being fine. And it'd be 50-50, literally, of going back and forth. for like 5 months, dude. There'd be a few nights where I would kind of forget about it or just drink and not forget about it. But it was the most fucked up stunt.
I heard the word drink shots.
Yeah, when I ran over the car on fire, I was like, man, I could easily land on my neck here and be on fire, like, and knock myself out and break something and be on fire, not be able to physically make it to that pool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now
Like,
we did have a bucket of water.
I'll weigh those options definitely. And,
I think you have to.
And that's the beauty of stunts, man. It's
You
you weigh the options, you know what's going to happen, you think what's going to happen, and then you still fucking do it.
But like you were saying, visualization. I 100% especially if it's a planned stunt. If it's an off the whim stunt, maybe I just huck it real quick. But even still, if it's off the whim, if I only have 5 minutes to think about it, I still think about me doing it right and how I want to do it and land and walk away. You always want to think about that. But the one stunt to answer this question, which you all know, is Suicide Rock, where like I remember sending a picture to you, JJ, and like, hey, I'm gonna do a high fall off this.
I thought you were joking.
I literally sent him a picture.
I was like, don't do that, man.
This stunt was before the backflip. That year was crazy. Literally, the Suicide Rock, that infamous tree jump that I did, and the backflip over the car was all in 1 year.
Which one was the infamous tree jump?
The infamous one, I wouldn't say infamous, but the most like gnarly tree jump I did, in my opinion, that like stands out was the one I did on Bangor and 6200 South, where I jump off the overpass and I just dive, and I have the only one where I ever had a hit. And I fall completely through the tree.
Yeah.
Really.
But
I remember that one.
Anyway, I send JJ a picture. I'm like, yeah, I'm planning. You actually saw that a year before that with my friend Colby. We did a hike. I'm like, oh, this would be a cool spot to do a high fall, but then blew it off. And like a year later, or a little while later, I see it again. We do another hike. I'm like, oh, I'm actually dead serious about doing this now. Yeah. Like, this is real. Like, let's think about it. So then I keep going back to it, and then I eventually send you pictures, and I'm getting more and more in my head. I'm like, I have to do this now. This is actually real. Like, I can't sleep until this gets done. If you ever had a stunt where you're like, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to stop thinking about this and talking about it until it gets done. And then once I posted publicly and talked to my friends about, like, I'm going to do this, I can't back out.
Yeah.
No. Like,
yeah,
and,
you get
like, I'm like, I'm going to do this. And even you, JJ, coming from you, you said you shouldn't do that. That's fucked up. Like, don't do it.
I don't know about that one, dude.
That's a crazy stunt. And I'm like, oh, well,
whatever. That makes you want to do it more.
I was about to elaborate on that. Like, sometimes my guys would be like, no, you can't do that. And then I'm like, fuck you, yeah, I can. And then I'll do it. And it motivates me. It motivates me to, like, prove them wrong.
Well,
in a way.
You didn't motivate me. You scared me.
Yeah.
For me, that doesn't motivate me. That freaks me out when my friends, especially my stunt friends, advise against it. Yeah. It doesn't make me be like, fuck you, prove you wrong. It makes me feel like, oh, God, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't fucking do this.
Yeah.
So it freaked me out more. Like I've said before, if you're going to want me to do a crazy stunt, just tell me I'll be okay. And be like, no, you'll be fine. You're good. You got this.
I'm pretty honest.
Then it like, and if you really don't think I have it, if you don't think I have it, say it. But like, you saying don't do it, definitely put that in my head. And especially coming from like world's most dangerous stunt crew, the fucking head guy. But I think it was like maybe a week or two after I did it, after I sent you that picture. How long did it take until I completed that stunt after I first sent you the picture? Like, not long.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all. Yeah, I thought you were joking. Literally.
And then, like, I planned a weekend. I literally had 10 of my friends to haul, because you can't just, like, pull up to this spot and unload your car full of boxes. You had to hike, dude. And it was, like, I remember it was March, but it was a hot day in March. It was March 18th, to be exact. It was a weird, like, I don't know why I remember, but we hauled as many boxes as I had in the shed, dude. I think it was every box I had. And I thought it'd be enough. I wanted it to be 6 feet high and 6 feet wide. It ended up being 5 feet high and about 3.5 feet wide. So we had like three.
It was like a bed.
Yeah, no, it was a twin. It was a twin size mattress. It was a twin size mattress that was about 5 feet high up, but it was really long though. Yeah, I made it at least 10 feet long, which is what saves me. But it was not high as I wanted it to be, and definitely not as wide as I wanted it to be at all.
So your precision had to be.
Oh, had to be pinpoint. And the thing is, when I was thinking about it,
Assassin's Creed leap of faith.
No,
like for real.
But for me, even going there before and even during that stunt day, I was looking up and I'm like, that's not that high. I got it because it's almost an optical illusion.
Motherfucker! It's called Suicide Rock,
but it was only
a reason.
But it was only like a quarter of the height. Suicide Rock's like 110 feet total.
Oh, so we're doing that next.
Yeah. No, I've actually thought the lowest anybody.
No,
listen to this.
okay.
The lowest
About next
anybody has
30
ever
years.
base jumped is 108 feet. Suicide Rock's only a few feet above that. I'm like, dude, what if I like eventually base jumped off Suicide Rock if I got good enough?
You're supposed to have like years of training.
I know. I'm not gonna just go and like my first base jump is just
I don't
Suicide
advise
Rock.
that one either.
No, but like
You
okay,
ever
so
seen the
anyway,
people that fucking
That's a no for me.
that's enough
Oh,
for
I
me.
forgot
Though.
what it's not paragliding. They have like a parachute and then they have a fan hooked to their
Oh
back.
yeah, I have a cousin that's starting to do that now.
Really?
I
It's
swear
so
to God, my
fucking
cousin
interesting.
Chase. I wanted to fucking take me one
I
of these
can't.
days.
I don't remember the name of it, but yeah,
Take
it's like
you
a
from
huge
behind.
fan attached to your back that's
No.
blowing air into a parachute.
Yeah.
So you can basically just fly.
No, yeah, he does
pretty
that. I
you
cool.
swear
can
to God.
travel hundreds and hundreds of feet on this.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
thing.
dude.
I just watched this video of this guy who went to McDonald's on it. So he like lifted off from his house and like just went.
That'd be funny. He goes in the
all over
drive-thru.
and literally landed in the parking lot and then went up to the drive-thru because he had all this shit on and ordered food, got in a bag, and then took off again.
That's fucking amazing. But to finish off the story real quick, like I've said before, like when I was looking up, I'm like, this is fine. I'll be fine. I've all my homies down here. We have it all set up and prepared. Got the angles ready. You have to really like climb up to this spot. Like I've only had one other person stand where I stood because it's too sketchy to like get to that spot really. So I'm up there and my friend Brandon's behind me. He's the one that climbed up next to me to film it. I'm just like, I don't know, dude. Like that was the longest I've ever stood at like a stunt spot. Because normally I'm there for like 1 or 2 minutes and then you do the stunt when it's ready. You don't stand there for very long or you'll psych yourself out. But dude, I was up there what felt like forever. And I don't know if it was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I was up there like contemplating it. And in the back of my head, no joke, I was like, I want to bail out. I want to walk down and not do this stunt. Like I don't want to fucking do this at all. I'm going to fucking die. This is stupid. Like no way. This is not a proper setup. And then in the video, you see me turn around and I touch the wall. But what I was trying to do was grab a rock of some sort to like throw it off the edge to see how long it falls and to see
That's the worst
project-
thing you could
to
do.
see, to see the projection. But like it's
just
so,
to fucking throw it off, look away, and
Just
then like
blows in
Looney
the-
Tune shit.
Disintegrates.
but like a little rock, like a little like you know like a little
Just
like
disintegrates into ash.
yeah. So I wanted exactly. I wanted to like do a test run for some reason because I was so nervous. But in the video, it's really fluid. It like you see me, I'm like, all right.
It's like
I
Googling my
turn the
nuts
wall.
hurt.
It looks like I'm touching, like I'm doing like a prayer. I touch the wall, and I realize
Yeah.
there's nothing there to
You're
grab.
reaching behind,
And I touch it, and I turn away,
and fucking
and I think at that point I already threw my hat off because I can never do an extreme stunt or any stunt with a hat on. Or I do, but if it's a really big one, I hate doing it with a hat on. Throw it off the
Why is
cliff.
that?
It's a distraction. I don't know why. I just can't do it. And I was also nervous. I throw my hat off the cliff, and you can actually see the hat fall.
Yeah.
And soon after that, I did that. I was just like, all right, you can hear me count. 1, 2, 3. In the middle of the air, like 100% in my mind, what ran through was, I just fucking killed myself. I just killed myself.
The moment you land and pop back up will be imprinted into my mind.
Dude,
for
that
the
sound is
rest
like
of
literally in my
life.
ears right now. It's like, also when you tell
you
that
getting
story,
up and then
though,
just fucking screaming like, I'm not fucking dead. What did you say?
I'm
Glenn?
fucking alive.
Yeah.
I'm fucking alive.
when you
Like
tell
that.
the story though, I feel for your 10 friends watching you
Yeah, I know, right?
trying to kill
Yeah.
yourself.
Like, well, then
Because
like,
like if it went wrong, all your 10
Involuntary
friends are
death.
like,
Oh,
we
God,
just
you're
murdered a
so
man.
dead.
well, yeah, and it literally, I think I remember counting, like, there's 10 of my
Voluntarily.
friends watching, and they all hiked these boxes down, helped me put boxes together, helped them set up, they helped me with so much.
You
and
get
then
to that
and then
point.
a few of them are filming for me. I had like only 3 angles, only 3 angles on this stunt.
Yeah.
And
You gotta
one of
force
them,
yourself.
and one of them was a tripod, so technically only 2 people are even holding a camera. And anyway, so I'm like sitting there, and like that's what was going through my mind. I'm like, oh, these people are here to like see me. I've talked
Yeah.
about it on the internet. I've told
I
my
can
friends
totally
I
relate
need,
to that.
like I have to do it now, and I don't want to. And then
Yeah.
like, and something about me turning back to that rock and then turning back, I was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, go. Please. Almost every time I do a high fall too, literally like waiting for the boxes to catch me and then to come up and like, okay, they saved me this time. Because I'm always waiting for that one time for some reason for the boxes to not work. So I'm just like, all right,
Damn.
please work. Okay, they worked. But No, what you were saying, like it'd be their fault if I died.
Not really their fault. It's
but,
just
like,
like you're witnessing
It's just like
someone
your
die.
friend.
What I was gonna say is none of them advised against it. None of them said anything.
Like that's literally like one of my worst fears because I always film my stunts with my girlfriend, or like a lot of my stunts with
I would
my
have
girlfriend.
hated to watch my friend do that.
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. So like one of these, like when I did the light trap or the light tube rat trap to my tongue and the light tube exploded in my mouth, I legit thought I was gonna die. And my girlfriend is like, "What the fuck do we do?" And that's like the most disgusting thing I ever put her through, and I wish to never do that again.
She thought you were gonna die.
Yeah, we all thought I was dead.
Well, you can hear my friend Brandon's ex-girlfriend. You can see her in the video too. Like when I jump.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She's like, oh my god.
yeah.
Like she can hear like put her hands over her face and
Yeah.
say, oh my god. Like
Yeah.
she thought I just killed myself.
Because like she just realized what was gonna happen.
Oh my god. Like she thought she was gonna experience like a fucking suicide, like a fucking body splat, dude. Like, oh my god.
If I were to commit suicide, I think I'd want an audience.
That's fucked.
I always thought of that because like if I kill,
October 31st.
if I ever
I would jump off something with an umbrella.
really, I would. Mine's just
Very
gonna be.
I
way
would
more
definitely
dramatic.
and then I want people at the bottom to think like, did he think that was gonna save him?
What would be
That's what
more
I-
fucked up is if you didn't die.
Yeah.
Like it somehow saved you barely. That
I-
little bit of like friction.
I want
That would
to
never
jump
works.
off something and like umbrella, and then underneath put a kiddie pool,
We can make
just
this
so
happen
that
at my
people.
house.
Oh yeah, right.
When I'm ready,
Yeah,
when I'm fucking over it,
tomorrow
I'll hit
when
you
I'm
up. But
in
like, I want
Yeah.
people to think like, did he think he was gonna survive this?
Dude.
Well, that's my goal.
If
but-
I ever kill myself, it's going to be live streaming and just like slit my
Live
wrist.
stream.
Oh my
Just
god!
straight slit my wrist as I'm live streaming.
No,
Yeah,
when I'm-
speaking of that, my last wrestling match, this right here, I had my wrist completely taped, and I had a cut on my wrist, and it was like squirting.
Fuck.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "This is not good." And it eventually like dried up, like before I could even like think about it again, type thing. Like I looked at it like 2 minutes later, I was like, "Oh, I'm good, I'm good." But I completely had my wrist taped. That's pretty scary. Like,
Yeah, dude, for
with
sure. I
light
could never
tubes
do
and
that.
stuff. Like,
You know what's funny
If
is
I were to kill myself, I would blame a random person.
I would not want to go out that way.
I would leave a suicide note that just blamed
Got in a
some
cool way.
fucking dude, like Terry Bradshaw.
Austin-
That's who. He's the if I die, he killed.
Austin and I have talked about like if we kill ourselves, we want to get like a huge canvas, a huge white canvas, and just blow our brains out into the
This is
canvas
not
and
good.
like
Salt.
hit it.
Dude, you ever thought about killing yourself? Like, come on.
This is where we end it.
He's very.
guys.
Yeah,
But
this is-
one thing I was gonna say about Suicide Rock, and I'll end it about Suicide Rock, and we can do whatever. But like Tyler
End it with
Olson,
suicide.
my best friend Tyler Olson, like I've known since first grade. He wasn't at the Suicide Rock jump, and he said when he saw that footage, he thought I was gonna overshoot it. And he also said, if I was there, I would not have let you do it.
Yeah,
Like he's like, I would have fucking talked you out
a
of
lot
it.
of my friends say that
Like,
too.
I would not have let you do that, dude.
Joe hasn't been at like a lot of the big stunts. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I can't watch you do that, man.
Yeah, he's like, I wouldn't.
I'm like,
I
you're a
wouldn't have let
pussy,
you do
man.
it.
You're a pussy.
No, that's
Like,
a real friend, dude.
yeah.
That's how I felt about the rope swings the other day. We got this huge rope swing the other day,
Yeah,
And,
some of the
dude,
pretty-
and the first person that did it while we got there was a fucking chick.
Random.
And she just, and I'm like,
That's the
well,
worst, right?
And I'm like, well, I don't feel like doing this now because like I was already scared to do it before. And this random girl, pretty cute girl too, fucking just hucked it.
Yeah.
Who was
and-
it? Do I know her?
No, dude, she was just a random.
Oh, little
literally
random.
a random
Do
chick
I know
that
her?
was there, and she just did it. She's like, ha ha ha, like laughing, like, oh, I'm nervous, haha, did it. I'm like, and everybody there was holding their breath, like, because literally a half hour before she did it, we got news that some girl had just cracked her skull open on the rocks and didn't make it to the water because she couldn't hold on. It's a big drop, at least 20-foot
I saw
drop.
Brandon do that shit. It
Yeah.
was fucking gnarly.
Yeah, she fell and had to get like boated out on like a kayak or something on a canoe because she was so fucking done. Like she probably had to go to the hospital, dude. She cracked her fucking head open.
Jesus.
So I was like, I don't want to do this. And I opted out, dude.
That is the worst way to get taken to a hospital.
Oh, I know, dude. Like,
Via kayak.
like you're going.
Not a ride. Like you want to be helicoptered out of that.
Okay,
not like,
well-
no, hop on
So
our
fucking-
kayak.
I didn't think about
We'll
that. That's so
row
true.
you.
Okay, and it was such a far drive too.
Oh,
so
dude,
like it was literally
so
took us like an
far.
hour and a half to get to this lake. So she had to get kayaked out of the lake and then
and
drove to a hospital. She's just bleeding out of her skull. So I was thinking like I don't want that to happen. I have things to.
Dude, like, for
I'm
real.
planning on going to the UK in a few weeks. Like I don't want to get hurt on doing something this dumb. Also, some chick did it and some dude backflipped off it. like right when I'm like, I'm not gonna impress anybody. And then if I don't want to fuck up, that'd be so dumb.
I think
so
that
I just
is,
opted
though,
out.
I think that is because of your knowledge with stunts.
And also,
Because you realize the thousands of things that can go
remember,
wrong, rather
yeah.
than bro-ass Chad and his chick who just trying to seem fucking cool.
well, I'm
in the
sure I would have
ring.
been okay. It was just like the risk reward wasn't like. And
Yeah.
also, what
I
were you
remember
saying?
when Cupone, we put the mortar on Cupone's head with the helmet. Like a week later, it said like on the 4th of July, like someone died by doing that. And I was
Whoa.
like, son of a bitch,
Right.
dude, that could have been him.
Yeah.
And I had that video, it was like fresh on YouTube, and it got like a real big spike in like views.
Mhm.
I was like, what the fuck, like,
Dude.
it's bigger than usual, you know?
Mhm.
And I was like, holy fuck, maybe I should private this video because I might think this is the guy that died.
Right?
Wow,
Eternal
man.
bleeding.
Yeah.
Well, and I was thinking also at that rope swing, I'm like, dude, like, can I just have a fucking day off?
Yeah,
Can I just go out and have fun with my bros? So what if I don't want to hit the big rope swing? Because there's 2 other ones, and there's like the smaller one that I was hitting a couple times and just having fun filming people.
Yeah.
It's like, do I have to always feel the pressure to like do something
Yeah.
gnarly? It's like I have other friends that are also down. Like I'll let them do it. Like
live
I don't
with-
always need
You
to.
live
like,
with that like pressure.
I always
It's
feel like I
weird.
live with that
Sure,
pressure, and that was
definitely.
probably
It's
the
weird.
first time in years where I've actually like not did it and didn't fall into peer pressure. I was like, nope, I'm not fucking doing it.
Well, kudos, you are fucking growing.
You never like
I know, dude.
impress yourself.
Oh wait,
man. You're your own biggest
we're
critic.
gonna end it on this.
ended on this.
I don't know, you probably saw, but my Chad tattoo
So,
I got
Oh,
on
I
my,
did see.
on my armpit.
Chat pit.
Yeah.
I wanted the record to know I had a
That's
very
fucking
huge
amazing.
hand of this happening.
Well, I wanted to fucking talk about this.
Okay, so what I am seeing
You
right
shaved your
now
armpit.
is Kyler took his shirt off. He's showing him his armpit. He has a tattoo, legitimately fully on his armpit that says Chad.
So you wanna know something? You
Now,
want
I
a story behind
assumed that meant to be Brad.
Yeah, well, because you probably saw the post.
No.
You really?
Just because literally Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that was the
It's an
pun.
armpit,
Literally,
yeah.
God, we're giving each other basement tattoos or kitchen
Yeah.
tattoos rather.
You
the
have
other
a poor
day.
knee. right
Yeah,
here.
dude, I literally was telling everybody about
Yeah,
it. I was
you
like,
did.
JJ's coming to town. He has whore tattooed on his knee.
Yeah,
For
horny.
horny, the pun. I love pun tattoos.
Pun.
Like, I have the word bear tattooed on my foot, like the animal bear for barefoot. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
But, like, I wanted to get Brad on my armpit for Brad Pitt. And also, Bam did that and all of his friends. I'm like, oh, this will be funny. Like, we're doing kitchen tattoos right now. And you guys kind of talked me into it. 'cause
I almost
wasn't
went
gonna do
over
it.
to do that.
You should.
That would've
By the
been
time
so
I
cool.
noticed it, it was like you had posted an hour ago, so it was
Yeah.
like they might not even be
No,
doing
we were
it by
going
now.
for like 2 in the morning, but yeah.
But
Fuck.
next time, dude, it'll be funny. But
Next
yeah,
time.
well-
I need an umbrella under my eye.
we'll end up getting. I got a
That's
swing
because
set.
my dad has
I got a
teardrop
swing
under
set
his eye.
tattooed.
And a
So,
sweet
like,
TV.
fuck you,
And a
Dad. You can't
TV.
make me cry no more.
Wait, Caden. So I also, I don't know if you saw, but I got a swing set tattooed on my
I didn't
thigh.
see
the other
that
night.
one.
And a
No.
sweet TV.
I got a TV, and then I also got a heart that says TO in it for Tyler Olson.
Oh.
Because before that, he got
You're so
he got
fucking
on his
cute.
thigh KV in a heart.
Terrell Owens from the
That's what Damon said. Damon literally said what?
T.O.,
He's
dude.
like, I said T.O. He's like, what? Terrell Owens.
He was a good wide receiver.
I know, dude.
They go back to the chat. So.
That's where you end.
Okay,
right there.
with Chad, dude. Like, I literally thought 100% I'm getting Brad tattooed
Yeah.
on my armpit. This is gonna be
They like pranked you. Type thing?
everybody conspired
it
against
was
me and
it
pranked
was
me.
it was me because fucking
Chad.
Kyler went to.
No, we're
It-
still going.
It was paused.
It paused, I think, by accident. That was weird. I
Wait,
don't
should
know.
we see where we were just at?
For
Yeah.
2 hours.
Straight Nardoc, fucking Generville.
All right, so as in typical ADHD podcast fashion, we had some technical difficulties. For some reason, it just paused out of nowhere in the middle of Kyler's Chad Pitt story.
Yeah.
So we could finish that. I don't totally know where we ended.
So it was saying no. I
Just
know
do-
exactly
just
where
do
we.
it. Oh, okay.
Well,
If
I
you
know-
know exactly where
I
we
know where we
started.
ended.
That was
I-
me saying.
I know
Verbatim.
where we. Okay, well, where
But
we
wait,
ended-
before you say that, we just technically started again, which I think in ADHD podcast tradition calls for shots.
Oh yeah.
So
True.
let's get it. And
Nice segue.
thank you. I've been
Are
working.
you taking
on it.
those
I've
2 shots back
brainstorming.
to back?
Mine is really full.
Bruh.
You poured your own full shot.
So somebody's out of shots. We won't name who because I don't want to
Pussy.
call people
Dude,
out for being nice.
I was literally puking my dick off the last time,
Yeah.
so I'm good.
So I might be after this because now I'm taking his fucking shots.
Is that where that
Let's-
picture comes from?
Yep.
Let's fucking get it, boys.
Cheers.
Okay,
awesome.
cheers one.
Oh, we just did.
Oh man.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheers two.
Look at
God.
Here's Coke.
Like legit, just the thought of it is making me want to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty drunk already.
I'm fucking
Shit house. How'd I know you're gonna say shit house? Basically.
because I'm an unoriginal bitch.
Well, I feel like we both say shit house, so I just knew. Anyway, back to the Chad Pitt story. Where we left off was you were saying you were saying when I went to the bathroom
To shave your pit.
or to do something, but Tyler and I both went to the bathroom. Well, I feel like I remember Chad being brought up though.
Because
I
fucking
definitely-
Tyler was drunk as shit, and he fucking almost ruined the entire fucking prank in the middle of it. But the beginning part.
So you guys thought about it before?
The beginning part, when you were shaving your pit to do it.
Oh my god!
Brandon was like, wouldn't it be funny if I did Chad instead of Brad? Everybody started laughing.
When I was out of the room.
Yeah, and everybody started laughing, and I was like, no, do it. And they were like, no, we can't do it. We can't do that. I'm like, yeah, you fucking can. Just fucking do it. It will be hilarious. And then that's when the conspiring began.
And we went to the bathroom to shave my armpit, and then as we were about to, my brother walks by and was like, why don't you guys just shave it on the deck? Because like outside, because we were like in the kitchen right next to the porch to just shave it outside. So like, yeah, you're right. Instead of shaving it in the bathroom, so we went outside to shave my armpit, and we came back and somebody brought it up. Maybe Tyler. I think
Tyler during the sketching phase.
He's like, yeah, because he wrote Brad on my armpit, or Brandon did, and then somebody, I don't know if I said it or I feel like it did get brought up. And I was like, what if you put Chad instead of Brad? And I was like, oh my god, I'd be so pissed. Don't do that. Like, it's got to be Brad for Brad Pitt, you know, like don't do Chad. I'm like, that'd be hilarious. And then I didn't catch on that you guys already had brought it up. I didn't know. I thought you guys thought of it after that was brought up.
No,
so you guys thought of it after I knew.
No.
I thought I was like, I caught wind of that joke after they already were gonna do it.
Yeah, because like it was great because everybody was doing tattoos. It was probably like the 10th tattoo of the night. Just during this tattoo, 3 people started filming for no apparent reason.
Oh yeah, like while we're doing it, and I thought they're filming because it's on Kyler's armpit. Oh, he's getting Brad in his armpit for Brad Pitt. This is funny. We should film it. So my friend Carter is filming it, and I thought, he's filming it because it's a painful spot. I'm like, oh hey, what's up? And I thought he was taking pictures too, so I was like posing. He's like, it's a video, dumbass. And I was like, and then luckily, so Brandon was smart enough. They started on the D. So now I was looking at first. Like,
that was all of him too.
I was like D, okay. And then and also it was like when they wrote it in pen on my armpit, the B.R. was very light. Very light. And I was like, why'd you guys write it? But then the A.D. was very dark. So I was like, why did you guys write it so light? Like, or whatever. I guess you got it. But the fact that blows me away is that I heard you guys talking about it. Like after, not heard, but I was like, it was in my head that like, they might do Chad. I was like, no, don't do Chad. Like I mean, that'd be funny, but don't do it. They're tattooing, and Tyler's there the whole time. Like, that's a good A. That's a good A. Oh, that's a solid R. And by D and A, I stopped looking at it, and I was just enduring like the pain. And then Carter's filming. He's like, wow, you're enduring the pain really well. How are you doing? And everyone's like distracting me, and I was like, everything felt normal to me. I was like, okay. And they got to the R. And I thought the R felt really weird because it was an H. I was like, that feels kind of like an R. And then they're like, all right, time for the B. And it was literally like, and they're like, okay, we're done. I was like, in my head, I was like,
fucking B.
I was like, that did not feel like a B. I was like, really? You guys are done? I looked at it. It took me a second. Like, everyone started laughing before I registered in my head. Everyone started laughing. I'm like, fucking Chad. Motherfuckers. I did not think you guys were going through with it. I literally thought I was getting Brad tattooed on my armpit. And then when I looked at it, I was like, really? In my head, I was like, slightly annoyed, but it was too funny to like really like be mad. I was like, that's actually more funny and more memorable now that I have Chad tattooed on my armpit. That's the complete opposite of what the pun and what I wanted. They literally did the old tattoo switcheroo.
That's a good story.
Like that happened with Pontius and Steve-O during Wild Boys. Like Steve-O got Angelina Jolie's tattoo, stick and poke in some Asian country. I don't know if it was Thailand or whatever. Got it on his shoulder. And then Pontius was like, yes, I want the same thing. And he got a completely different one. And he didn't know that they were doing a completely different one. And then Steve was like, it's the oldest joke in the book. The guy asked for one tattoo. You give him another. Like, that's literally what fucking happened to me. And I love it. And I think it's such a funny story.
That's fucking amazing.
And I'm not mad about it at all. And if anything, I'm like, more happy because there's like more to that story.
This is a fucking great goddamn story.
Because if it was just Brad Pitt, like we have Brad
And that's the
Pitt,
reason why I told people to do it, because I knew you would be
Terrifying.
way more
Oh,
stoked.
dude, yeah, I'm not even. Yeah.
All right,
We
well,
finished a fifth
let-
of whiskey.
fucking, we finished it.
Drink a fifth of whiskey. Gyrator
Drink a
drive.
fifth of whiskey.
Actually, I am driving home.
We'll be
fine. It's only 2 minutes away, dude. If we die, forget. No, dude. We're
So go follow
All right.
ADHD Podcast on YouTube.
oh yeah,
Like,
okay,
comment,
yeah.
subscribe.
I mean,
swipe up, swipe down, swipe left, swipe right.
In my life, dude. Obviously, if you're listening to this, you know it's on YouTube. But JJ, any like things you want to say to the mic, like where they can find your videos and like anything on your social media?
Everything's pretty much POR Stunts. YouTube, you can Google it, YouTube it. Roku, we are now on Roku, which is pretty cool.
People just gotta look POR Stunts. Like they don't have to put like the
Stunts.
dot or
You can put the dots are either or.
Hell yeah.
Or my name, JJ Allin, ALLIN.
Yeah, like GG Allin. Like,
Yeah, exactly like GG Allin.
JJ.
It's actually a play of my name. But,
that's what I was gonna say. Is his name is actually
Yeah.
Justin Allen Edwards, so it's not that weird. I thought you were just a fucking.
Well,
GG
my original
fanatic.
name was Justin Allen Johnson, and then my mom changed my name.
So JJ.
JJ, that's where JJ came from. And then Allen, I just put the I in Allen as a like ode to GG.
Yeah, we will link his shit if
Of
you know
course.
how to do that.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
We will link his shit, and if you don't fucking look at it, I will
If I know how to do that, come on,
find
Caden.
you.
You're like an old man.
I
If
will
you know how to
fucking
link somebody's stuff in the description.
If you know how to
I
do
honestly-
a Twitter, a
Yeah,
twit
Google that shit. POR
Motherfucker, I
Stunts.
am a 80-year-old when it comes
Pretty
to
much.
any of this. I barely know what I'm doing.
Also, I don't know if we plugged. Did we plug you? No, because your
We
podcast.
didn't know it. Fuck. Well, we
Well,
thought
actually, I don't know. Is it fucked up either way?
It
As-
fucked-
either way.
if it's not fucked up, we forgot to plug his shit.
No, we
so
totally
we'll plug
did.
this in this one.
I doubt it though.
No, let's plug it. Fucking, if you guys should definitely check out Damon's stunts and his. You have like you have so many stuff on the internet. Anyway, like different
I?
fucking like podcasts and different like.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shit, but I mean, my main shit is at Blazer_was.
Oh, like Instagram, yeah.
Well-
For Instagram, which is where Damon mostly posts, is Blazer_was_here. Blazer was here. Just add underscores. Definitely check his shit out. It's fucking disgusting
And
and
then,
gnarly.
And then
We will-
quotation marks podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he has you have that podcast. You also have like a YouTube, like a stunt YouTube that you post on ever, or not really?
Yeah.
All
Blazer
of
was
these
here.
will
Blazer was
be
here.
in the link below.
Yeah.
I hope.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna do that.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So I
maybe
hope they'll
maybe I'll
be
forget, dude.
LSD riders.
If they are, that is on Kyler, not me.
I mean, if you're, I would assume you're following me on Instagram if you're listening.
Big
to this
Dick
podcast,
Baboons, BDBs, best rap group in the world. Just
Dang,
Master
this is
J.
when we
Check
should-
Dude, we're
it
for
out.
real listening on it.
Bow, 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 bow,
Check it out, Just Master J.
All right,
Pocket
all right,
pussy.
guys. Thank you so much for listening to the ADHD podcast, where alcoholic degenerates have discussions.
I am Caden Casaus.
Khyler Vick.
I'm Master J, and I ain't no wussy, and my favorite fucking rapper happens to be Pocket Pussy.
And I'm Blazer, yo.
Yo, we out.